Hello everyone, my name is Rose Gardner and welcome to Myths Guided, a show where me and my fraternity brothers explore the world of Barsave. So let's get into some Myths Guided adventures.
Hey!
Ooh, the puns.
Hello.
Alright.
Hello.
Are you all ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
Alright. Let me just fold my notes, which I didn't do beforehand because I'm silly.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so, I guess let's go over everyone's names first.
Certainly.
Because at least, do we have note cards for everyone to have their names?
Yeah, I brought some.
Because I don't remember that.
Wow, amazing.
Introducing names isn't an integral part of the story, so I think it'd be better to just introduce now.
Certainly.
Also, so I can pronounce them correctly, because I don't remember.
You want to pass around the markers?
Should we fold them like this, like we usually do?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
So I can look at it and see it from the table.
Oh boy, I wrote it upside down. Let's try this again.
You want to try the markers so that we can all see it from across the table. Might be the other way.
Do you have a different marker? This is a dead marker.
Oh, is it
Oh
dead?
my god, good.
We have a bunch of wet, dry erase or
Yeah,
wet erase
yeah.
markers there, but wet erase works just fine.
Actually, no, it's coming to life. Boink. Look at that.
Look at my handsome boy.
Julio?
Okay, then.
Oh, Julia. Yeah, Julia.
You put your own name on there.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah,
in case we don't know your name.
Yeah.
Well, in case you lose some track of which name corresponds with which player.
Julia.
Yeah. Julio, who could that be?
Look, I didn't see the little
Jack
stem
and
of the
all.
A, and it was just like, okay, sure.
Marker.
I'm never gonna pronounce that correctly, man.
Jack in all trades.
Triscan.
Is that his last name?
Triscan.
Oh,
Is his
no.
last name Trades?
Triscan.
No.
His name isn't
What
Jack
is
in all
Triscan.
trades.
That's-
Triscan?
no, they don't have
Triscan.
last names.
Yeah.
They don't?
So I said it right the first
Yeah.
time. Triscan lost spell. Is
Triscan.
that right?
Yeah.
Alright.
We'll go with Alright, there we go.
Misseth. Is that Misseth? Okay. Frill Song Smith.
Yup.
Triscan lost spell. Hate you for
I
that.
thought it was Triscan.
We're just gonna let Riz pronounce it however it's pronounced.
It's gonna be different every time.
Luckily, I made mine
Jack
easy to
and all.
pronounce.
Timon.
It's a single name like
Yeah,
Cher.
Taman.
Taman?
Yeah.
Alright. Timon.
Yeah.
Taman
That's what-
Ashfoot. Alright.
Mhm.
Alright. Cool. So, guess how exactly should I start this? So, you start opening your eyes, and some memories come flooding back into your head of coming upon this beautiful village, town village in the woods. This gorgeous set of rich woods that are beautifully green, and you come up to the front gate of this village, and as you're walking in, trying to find the first person you can greet, you are ambushed from behind, smacked against the head quite bluntly, and knocked out. When you come to, you look around you, and you see 3 other people in a small dusty room, just a little bit of furniture in it, and then a 5th man, that's how you count, standing above you, a very unkempt, tall elven man with wide eyes, who's just frantically saying things to you what do you get out of here, what are you doing here? And he's just yelling things at you nonstop, and you all are just trying to come to and don't know what's going on. So it's you 4 in a room right now.
Not me.
Get out of here.
Not here.
You're not here.
This changes everything.
Wow.
You can't say anything.
Oh,
Good to know, because I was about to go.
Alright, first let me get your races too. So I forgot. Are you
Human.
Elf?
Elf.
Scrang?
Scring? Okay.
Dwarf.
Dwarf? Okay, that's right.
Fantasy of
So quite the diverse party we have among us today. But yeah, so you wake up and this elven man is just what are you doing in my village? What are you guys doing here? What do you want from us? I know you have something planned. Don't you have something planned? What are you doing? You're gonna stay in here until you die. You're not allowed out ever. He's just
What
yelling.
language is he speaking?
He's just speaking whatever the common language is. Oh, isn't it Dwarven?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's speaking Dwarven to all of you.
Okay.
Did anyone get the name of that mountain troll?
What is the meaning of
Slug
this?
us all-
Who are you?
Why do you want to know who I am? What do you want from me? What's going on? He's just like panicking.
What do we want from you? We want answers from you.
I want answers from you. What are you doing here?
Did
Tell
you
me what
not-
you're doing here. Why did you all show up on the
Sorry,
same
are
Did
we
you
time?
not
tied
bring
up?
us here?
Are we like?
Yeah, you're
Okay,
tied up.
we're
Like,
straight.
Is he tied up?
No. He's like
Okay.
standing. You guys are like all kind of just like laying on the ground, sprawled in different directions, with like measly rope tied behind your back or whatever to keep you in place. And he's just like, "What are you doing in my town? Why did you all show up here like right at the same time? What are you doing here? You all showed up on the same day. That's so mysterious. What is going on?"
Look,
I
I
know
hate
you're
it when
behind
this
what's been going
happens. Oh God.
What?
I hate it when this happens.
I hate it when you guys show up here without any answers for me. What are you doing here? Where did you come
Hey,
from?
I would like to try and roll diplomacy to try and talk this guy down.
Okay.
Alright.
Go for it.
Okay, so
I'm just gonna sit.
He's not
Okay,
calling
so-
down at the
yeah,
moment.
yeah, so I
I
roll.
have traveled here from the kingdom of Thrall.
Why are you from Brawl? What did they want from us? They already sent people the other day. Are they spying on us? Do they want to? What's going on
Take a
here?
fantasy Xanax, please. What is your damage, sir?
Perhaps you should calm down before someone gets
Rose.
hurt.
Rest.
Yeah. Are you rolling?
Yeah. I'm trying to talk this guy
Do you have
down.
like persuasion or something you can roll?
That's diplomacy.
Okay.
I
I'm
roll
letting
a
him do
5. Geez, guy, look, I'm pretty sure they all have a similar story. I'm just trying to find like culture and stuff, man. Do you got any like songs you guys like? Look, I'm from some backwater care. We just opened up, and like we don't know jack squad. about-
Likely story you're from some backwater care. I'm sure you've been hiding in these woods all along, picking off our villagers one by one, haven't you? That's what your plan is all along. Why would you come here?
Are the villagers here disappearing? I am new in town. I have not heard of anything.
I will not say anything to you all. I'm not answering you. You guys are coming with me right now. And he like,
Where are we going?
he's like, we're going to see the village ruler. And he like grabs you all, pulls you up. He's like, you can tell he's not mean. He's just like really frazzled.
Okay.
So, do you guys come along without a fight?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just.
I mean, honestly, he's not even really dragging you guys. He's kind of just like, please come. Like, kind of like nudging you guys in the right direction.
I'm
So-
just kind of shuffling along with a
So we
resigned
all
look
we all
on my
showed up
face,
together like in a group, right?
So, you didn't show up in a group. You all showed up like around like
On the same
day.
Oh, yeah.
And like as you showed up, basically they were just like knocking people out. Like
Oh,
they just
okay.
don't trust anyone.
Bad
here.
day for tourism in this.
No
little
outside.
village.
Is this
Yeah.
the information they've been able to gather as they're being led?
Yeah.
where
Yeah,
they're going?
So-
I guess we're like whispering amongst ourselves, like, what the hell happened to you? Like,
Yeah. You all.
I'm like checking. Do I have all my things, or is that all gone?
Oh yeah, no, they didn't take anything from you. They're just like,
yeah.
Oh, so I haven't been robbed? Wow.
no, like,
Okay.
Today is a good day.
yeah, you got everything on you. Basically, like, they just wanted to like corral you all. Is what's
Okay.
going on.
So,
How about
how
stuff?
tight are these bonds?
Oh,
Okay.
boy.
They're all in unison.
I mean, I think like from how frazzled the man is himself, who tied you up, I don't think he kind of was just like. I don't think they're that well tied up.
Okay, well, I'm going to attempt to just work my arms. Are they in front or behind?
Behind.
I'm just gonna try to like work them around to where my sword is sheathed and kind of like just
Okay.
free them a little bit, just in case.
So we're gonna say that you guys have been let out of the house by now. So there's a lot of people, like this town is bustling at this point. Some random villager in the town is going to come up from behind you and like smack your hand and like grab it, and also with the same kind of like intensity be like, what do you think you're doing, outsider? And just kind of like yell at you and probably hold on to you as you're being led to the place.
So they're,
It's not, everyone's out and out right
is
now.
everyone looking at us with suspicion?
Yeah,
Like,
so
everyone-
as you're being led outside, you like see that it's not a huge town, but it's like pretty nice and built up. It's not just like a village. It's like, but it's a lot of people are out, and there's like a lot of big crowds like assembled everywhere, and like everyone's just kind of like.
Do they look like a hastily anticipating execution kind of crowd? like what
It's
kind of
very
show are they looking
descriptive.
for?
I would just say very like paranoid looking crowds.
I'm gonna start humming a tune, just like making it up as I go along, just like randomly humming.
Okay.
Oh, not a death march or a dirge.
Oh, that's a good one. I just start like.
The like frazzled elven man is gonna like slap your hand and then just keep walking. You can keep going.
My hands aren't. They're still just behind my head. I'm not doing it. I'm just humming.
Yeah, well, he's just gonna slap you anyway. Maybe he'll slap your cheek. Who knows?
What time of day is
A little
it?
slap. It's just like it's like afternoon time.
Afternoon, okay.
It's still pretty bright outside. So you're being led through this like really crowded town. To like the town center area. There's like a little square, and like everyone's just kind of like giving you these like crazy looks, and as you're like walking towards the town square, you like catch a big group of people. Like there's a really big like crowd surrounded around this one building, that you like can barely see out of the like corner of your eye, but like there must be something going on big there. So you're still being led forward, and eventually do you guys want to try and see anything, or just keep going on your trip?
Can I like crane my neck to see what the big crowd is looking at? Maybe.
Yeah. Roll for perception,
What do
I'll
I
make a
set?
perception.
because you're in like a different part of town now from like the
Yeah.
part I
roll your
just
perception
described.
stuff. 7.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
12. Nice.
I'll look as well. That's a
Sure.
4.
Yeah.
Where's perception on here?
It's one of your base stats. It's in the middle at the top.
5 for me.
Not seeing it. I might be blind.
So like,
Step right there.
Oh, perception 7. So the D12.
what are you're rolling on? Like,
Does
how
it
do
have
I
a
know?
D12?
Like, because usually it's a D20, and like you can know how well they do based off of like
So
1
you
through
just
20.
It's so you would, I think just pick a number that you have to hit. And so
There's like a difficulty,
yeah, so
Yeah,
but it
there's the
changes with
difficulty
what you're
chart.
rolling, right?
no, I don't
It's
think
just
so.
The difficulty chart in general.
Yeah.
It should-
Oh, okay, but it changes depending on the acting character. So you're
Yeah.
novice, right?
Yeah,
now?
we're novices.
Novice character. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So
Yeah,
you rolled
wouldn't
a
it be
4 and a
different?
5.
Yeah.
I rolled a 1. I know squat.
I rolled a 3.
Wow.
So we see nothing.
Yeah.
We see
I mean,
people.
You see
You
a
guys
large
see people.
crowd of
I
people.
see amorphous shapes that might be people.
It looks like.
You left your contact lenses at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, you're not having a very good day today.
Yeah.
Nah.
Still a little like everything's a little blurry from being knocked out and whatnot, but
Yeah.
I mean you can kind of tell like it looks like a marketplace area, so maybe that's what the crowd's about, but you don't really know.
Oh
so
boy.
it's fine. So you keep being led forward, and eventually you get to this like larger central building in the town square, and you're led inside, and like there are a lot of like guard looking people like kind of lining as you're led through this like hall up to like a nice little area. I'm thinking like, you know, Jarl of Skyrim style, like where they have a little throne. And there's like a man kind of sitting on, I'll say a more humble throne. He's not like a king, he's just like the town leader. So he's sitting on this little like chair. Maybe his wife is next to him, who knows. I know, his wife is next to him. So you're like led up through this like these row of guards around you, kind of like, you know, making sure you guys aren't being unruly, and like the elf man kind of makes you kneel, I guess, in front of the ruler,
You really object to that? After all our treatment, that's what you object to?
Well, it is an elf.
You
Maybe I
find
made a
a nice
mistake
little slapping,
leaving
but-
less.
Oh, yeah.
Are most of the people in this town elves?
No, they're mostly humans.
Mostly humans.
From what you've seen.
That's strange.
Yeah. So, and even the man in front of you, the like town leader, is a human.
Mhm.
So, yeah. So you guys are like knelt down in front of him, and he goes significantly more calmly than everyone else in the town. And he just kind of goes, "What has brought you to my town today?"
All right.
Any responses?
I will respond. Yeah. So I'm from this backwater care. Les, you probably never heard of it. We just opened like a month ago, and I'm looking for one of the major cities. What's a major city?
Thrall.
Thrall. Yeah. So I was trying to get to Thrall. Is this it? I want to
You
diplomacy
definitely-
that. Can I try and make a diplomacy
Sure.
roll to reason with them?
Sure.
To flatter him into thinking his town is
His nice,
Yeah.
small,
Clearly the-
humble town is
This is
the
clearly
major
humor.
city.
I think that's a crit failure.
And going around.
Is that a critical
The
failure?
dice rolls up a 1 is the only way to crit fail.
Well,
Oh my goodness. He's gonna like, kind of like, at first he was like composed and he kind of like glares at you and he's like, "You're sadly mistaken to think this town is the city of Thrall. Do you really think I would fall for that? Who doesn't know of our like ruling city of Thrall?"
Me?
Shush. And he looks at the rest of you and he's
Oh,
like,
boy.
"What are you doing here today?"
Greetings. I am Taemon. I've traveled here from Thrall myself. I can show you the way if you need it. However,
Apparently I do.
I heard a rumor that there were troubles here, and I traveled to see what the rumors were for myself. I come to town and find myself bound up like this. Is this how you treat all your guests?
We don't normally treat our guests this way. We're usually a very welcoming merchant town, but you see, we have been having troubles today. But how do you know of this? How do you know of our troubles?
Word spreads. I see things. I hear things. And I'll whistle, and my falcon will perch in the window nearby.
Okay. He like is very still.
There are those of us who see things that others do not.
Allow me to introduce myself to you all. I'm sorry
Thank
for
you.
this rough meeting we've had. As you can tell, our town is a little distressed right now. My name is Marvin Trowain. I come from the ruling family Trowain that has first colonized this town after the Kaers were released. We have been having quite the problem in our town, but luckily for you all, you're not the main suspects we have today.
the main suspects.
But we are still suspects.
Bring them in, guards.
Oh boy.
And like the doors open again, and like the 4 guards come in, like all holding this little cage with a little windling man in it.
Does it look like him?
It looks just like him. A little like suspicious looking windling man, and just like in a little like bird cage type thing. Like that's probably not very humane, but
I'm definitely asleep.
sure, yeah, okay. He's asleep, so he doesn't look very suspicious. He's just sleeping. Like, is he dead? Who knows? But they, like 4 guards, this little cage, walking in, and come up to where you guys are.
Must be quite a powerful whittling to require 4 guards.
I kind
Don't
of like
question
look at the
us.
cage and I'm like, oh, of course.
That's racist.
Who said I'm not racist?
Here to go with it.
And then he goes, "Windling, wake up."
Missive is still lying on his back, his eyes open,
he stretches, lets out a big old yawn, and I'm like, sits up and says, "Wow, gee, Mom, this is the worst bed and breakfast I've been in ages. You call this good bedside manner? I gotta tell you, you gotta work on this sort of thing."
Started off like New Jersey and went some other place partway through.
I'm working on it. Where is this New Jersey you speak of?
It's old Jersey.
When they just call it
Jersey.
Jersey.
Must be some care we haven't heard of.
Okay, yeah.
So the guards like shake the cage just a little bit.
Oh, this is what I'm talking about. Mom, come on, tell him to stop it.
Sorry, this is me laughing. Alright. Marvin composes himself after maybe giggling a little bit too, who knows. You've been in our town for quite a few months now, charming everyone here. The time you first came was about the time that these tragedies began occurring. It wasn't much soon after. Everyone else has been here for as long as I can remember, but you're new. I know what you've been doing here. Confess to it, and these 4 will be let go.
I confess, I've been trying to make ends meet. I've been acting on the streets for months now. It doesn't take much. I'm a small guy, but come on, I'm just trying to live here. The people of the town, they like me. I like them. I don't see what the problem is.
What is the small man even being accused of?
Yeah, I don't actually know.
Is there a litany
I was
of
asleep
charges
for a
against
long
him?
time.
You don't know what's been going on in our town for weeks now? The terrible tragedies that have been occurring in our town that I probably should have told you before we started the session.
I didn't think my performances were that bad.
Well, you see, night after night, we wake up the next day praying a new tragedy won't befall us, but every day a new townsmember, just one, is found, killed on our streets, one terrible way after another. Just today, this morning, a party that came from Thrall in hopes of supporting us and helping us through this time and capturing whoever has been doing this, all 4 of them were found left in our town market area, skewered on giant stakes and burned.
Oh, they suck to their job.
That's a bad way to go.
They did let us down.
Did you knock them unconscious and tie them up as well?
We did not. We knew of their arrival, unlike you all.
It sounds like they were poor at helping other people then.
Yes.
They did not do their job, unfortunately.
But
Hold on. We arrived like today, and these have been happening for a while. So clearly it wasn't us.
Now look, they're just gonna blame whoever they want to blame.
clearly you can see the reason. It was definitely not the 4 of us. We have all arrived here only this day.
How do I know that you haven't been stalking the woods outside of our city?
I don't even know where we are.
This guy's terrible.
Clearly.
Mom brings up a good point.
I have a solution to this, though.
Yes?
You all will spend the night in our prison, and if another attack occurs tonight, while you all are guarded, I will know that it wasn't you. Are you okay with that? You're not going to pull anything funny, will you?
Well, if it'll make you trust us.
I want to take a look and see who else is in the room right now.
Okay. Do you want to roll a perception check?
Sure. Step 7, so D12. Or D12. Thanks. I need to pick up some dice.
I should pull up one of those as well.
Hey!
It explodes.
Well,
It explodes.
Explodes.
Roll it again.
You just have real good
20.
eyesight. You put your
20.
contacts in, didn't you?
Yeah.
You found him finally.
They're just in my pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, you look around, it's just like kind of a big like arch room with like some pillars, and like off to the sides are like, I'd say about like pretty much all of the town's guards, which is not a very good plan because there should definitely be people outside guarding. But yeah, I'd say probably like 20, 30 guards in this room, like surrounding you, like 5 people. As well as Marvin Trowain in front of you on his little throne, and his wife sitting beside him, and like a small little human girl with them, as well as the elf man behind you, and then at the like doorway are like peering citizens looking in.
So, essentially the whole town can hear this plan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna raise a point. I don't agree with this plan. Assuming that the cause of the troubles is in the room and can hear the plan, they won't attack tonight, therefore blaming us, you'll kill us, and then they'll get away scot-free.
Then what do you propose? Do you have a better idea?
Yeah.
Yes!
What is it?
What was your idea?
Hire us to stop it.
That was
If
my
something
idea.
happens tonight and we can't catch them, then you kill us, and then...
Okay, wait. Not sure about that.
I was with you for like 90% of the way there. boy.
Look, I'm working on a plan, but hire us to catch these guys, because we have a vested interest in doing so. Our lives are at stake here.
Well,
What
it's not the worst idea I've
qualifications do
heard.
you all have to fight off these people? You aren't hired mercenaries from Thrall, so how would you do any better than the ones we had last night?
When he says that, I'm going to activate claw shape. So the skin on my hands start peeling back, and you see like scaly blue claws appear out.
Wow.
I slice the binds holding me.
Okay.
I am an adept of the Beastmaster tradition.
He like composes himself.
I am more than capable of handling myself.
I'm a
He just
warrior.
stares at you. He's very nervous.
I stay kneeling before him. I don't get up, but I have cut my bounds.
I appreciate your cooperation with us. Maybe we can do business with you. I'd be gladly
I would
welcome
appreciate that.
to awarding anyone who could solve our problems here, and awarding them greatly. So, if you all just participate with me tonight and stay in our dungeons for one night.
Didn't he just bring up a very fair point about that?
He did bring up a fair point. However, I do not. I think it is only fair if it clears our names. I do not think it is necessarily true that if nothing happens tonight, that we were the cause of it.
Just because if something doesn't happen tonight doesn't mean I will prosecute you all immediately. There have been on and off nights to when this is happening.
Okay.
What the illustrious leader of the city must realize, though, is that the entire town is here, and they all know that if he still blames us after someone dies, he put us in prison when we could at least attempt to stop these murders, and another one of his town folks dies needlessly.
That's a fair point.
What if rather than staying in the dungeon, you stay out with our guards tonight?
I like that plan.
Yeah. Down
Very well. That is the better of both plans.
I will allow this. But for now, please return to your room. Same dusty old ass room you were in earlier.
Can I have my bonds cut, please?
He like looks
Shoot.
at the guard.
Nice. Thank
He
you.
like
I cut them.
the elven man comes and like cuts
Oh, okay. Thank you.
the rest of you guys.
Missa flies back down and puts one leg over the other. Like, just kind of lounges as
Okay.
he's carried off.
Yeah, you want to stay in your cage? You can come out. Actually, you're not allowed to come out of your cage. You're so suspicious.
You're not.
You'll stay in your little cage.
Reflect on your mistakes.
So the elven man like will begin leading you back to that house you were in, and he kind of tells you, by the king's orders, we'll bring you some food to get you through the night and to keep you strong if anything does happen tonight.
Thank you. And what was your name again?
My name is Dagus Irwing. I have been serving this town for as long as I can remember. I'm many hundreds of years old, but I'm sure I still look quite young to you all. I'm in quite good physical condition, I know. But yes, unfortunately, I have been at the front of these investigations, and it's just not going very well for me right now. And this is a really big deal to us, and I care about the town citizens so much. And if you all could help me, I would really appreciate that. And it's starts tearing up.
I
a
roll my
lot has been put on me recently, and I just don't know what to do.
I'd like to approach him and just kind of pat him on the back. Just be like, look, it's fine. I can see you're doing a good job. I do have some skills in detectivery. Have you found any of the murder weapons yet?
No, we have not, but we have good reason to believe that whoever is doing it is not in this town, not a resident here. We have some town gates, and every night there has been gates left open, or it's just kind of messy, but it doesn't appear that they've left any weapons.
I would like to, if possible, like a horror lore check to see if this is any kind of horror that might be causing this.
Okay. Sure. Well, do you have to observe something specifically, or can you do it just from his from the area?
It's like a knowledge skill
Okay.
check. See if it's if I know of any horrors that might have a history of doing something like this. If this fits a modus operandi.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
All right. 2d6. 8.
Yeah. So horrors. A lot of horrors feed off of pain and misery and terror. So it's pretty likely that with the panic being caused in this town, that a horror is feeding off of it. If not causing it directly, it may still be involved.
Could be a local horror. Consider that angle.
You think it's a local horror?
It could be. There's a lot of tension and fear in the air.
I kind of perk up at this.
If they're not causing it, they're definitely benefiting from it.
We do believe that it is a name giver of some sort, based off of how the attacks have been done. It doesn't seem like, at least from my knowledge, that a horror would put people on a stake and burn them, but I like where you're going with this idea. We can get on this.
I don't necessarily like where he's going with it. I would much prefer it to be a name giver than a horror.
It might still very well be one. We have no idea what's going on here, honestly. They've been evading us every night. We have our guards out, but they managed to sneak in almost like they're one of us. We don't know what's going on, but if you all can help us, that'd be great. Why don't we actually go to the town square? So maybe you all can observe the bodies left there, and see if there's anything you can gather from it.
Of course.
Leads you to the town square, and you walk up, and there are 4 dwarven, 3 dwarven men and a dwarven woman, all just on these giant spikes, clearly from Thrall, with all of their getup and everything, and they have badges, and they've just been totally burnt, pretty much. Not to the point of being unrecognizable, but you can definitely tell what happened. And
is this what the crowd was gathering around earlier?
The crowd. Which there's still a big crowd there, but they all know Dagus or Wing, so they kind of part to let you all through. And there's a bunch of guards trying to block it off so people don't get up there on that. But yeah, so he lets you guys observe the dead bodies. If there's any roles you want to take.
Just kind of whistle and just kind of start humming a sad, almost funeral dirge.
Oh yeah. Rip. People in the crowd are
crying. I wanna check around the base of the spikes and see if it was a normal fire or if it was set by arcane means.
Okay.
So
do you have some ability detect magic or something?
No, just
general
like investigate the
inspection?
ground,
Okay,
basically, if
investigation.
there's any ash around.
Okay,
it,
yeah, that's fine.
That looks like
Sure.
So,
I'm gonna make a tracking check actually to see if I can see any tracks leading to here or from here.
Yeah, sure.
Wait, what is like a tracking check?
so I rolled a 4.
Oh, I have the
A
tracking
4?
skill.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You can see
so
some
maybe
ashes.
checkers.
Like
Yeah.
it was just a normal fire, from
Okay.
what you can tell.
Okay.
It's a 7.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, you can notice like I guess normal footsteps.
But nothing that looks. Yeah, I figured if the town was literally like around all these guys,
Mhm.
all the tracks would be washed
Yeah,
away.
I mean, there's nothing kind of out of the ordinary that you can spot, unfortunately. It just seems like normal human footsteps or other name-giver races. I don't know if they have different feet. I guess Scrame would, but you don't see any Scrame footsteps except for hers. Yeah, just like normal human footsteps. Yeah, sad time. Everyone in the town is very like paranoid and upset at the sight. They're just kind of freaking out, being like, "This was our last hope. What else are we gonna do now? We can't get more from Thrall." And they're just kind of like freaking out and holding their children, leading them away. Sad times. So,
I want to go up to David, or what's his name?
oh, Dagus.
Dagus, yeah.
I don't know if I've said that
Dagus.
differently.
No,
Dagus.
it's
I think I've said it
Dagus.
differently every time.
Dagus.
Dagus. Dagus.
I just wrote it down.
And just
I don't know how
like-
to pronounce it either.
Dagus. Yeah.
Kind of talk to him, like, what have you noticed about these deaths? Like, have you been out like in the night during any of them? And like, what's the atmosphere been like?
I'm gonna just listen to you ask him this.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, the people of the town are making it more difficult to try and catch this murderer because no one wants to sleep. No one wants to be the one caught sleeping or caught unguarded at night. So everyone's still bustling at night, and so we believe it's someone almost, sliding in the crowds that we don't notice before it's too late, before a fire is set ablaze or blood is spilled. So, I don't know how they keep just escaping us unless something's like affecting them,
Does it only attack sleeping people?
No, just people who are not guarded. So it can be people who are awake, but a lot of the townspeople now are like out and about, always like watching, like getting nearly like no sleep at night. And sometimes I've heard stories of people who have been getting sleep have been getting like having nightmares and restless sleep, and probably just out of fear of being the next victim. So people haven't been able to sleep. Everyone's just kind of like walking zombies now. It's not going to get any better from here. It's not going to get any easier if no one will just trust us to do our job.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's where he kind of ends it.
With my 7 on the horror check, does that glean any new information, or is it still just it might not be?
Yeah. You definitely have a feeling it's a horror now.
Okay.
I have
Alright.
horror lore. Does that?
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Yeah, that's what I have.
skills.
Yeah,
oh,
that's what
that's
I
to
have.
say you got.
Yeah,
to
that's
say
what I want.
You can.
You want to roll too?
You want to roll?
Yeah,
I can do
sure.
it.
So that's gonna be. Which one is it? Is it knowledge skill?
It should be
Yeah, it's gonna be
stat.
based off your perception.
Yeah,
Do you-
perception plus rank.
Where's horror on here? 9.
9.
It's step 9.
Sorry. D8 plus D6.
Oh, I guess I should
Oh wow. Yeah,
put my
perception.
town ambiance on. Where is it? Small market. There we go.
Damn.
Wow.
Critical
Double
failure.
crit failure.
At least it wasn't on anything.
What's a horror again?
Yeah, I was like,
My mind, it just slipped me. I don't know what's going
concussed.
on.
They hit you on the head too hard, perhaps.
Yeah,
Possibly, yeah.
still recovering from that. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is sounding
kinda
more
like-
and more like a horror.
Listen to the town people.
Oh,
I put music on. I forgot about it. Everyone's very very freaked out. That's everyone.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so definitely it seems like there could be a horror behind this,
What is
which isn't aligning with Dagus or Dagus or what Dagus what he was saying.
what is Miss up to?
Oh, you're just being carried around in a cage still with
But,
by everyone.
Is he
else.
like near us?
Yeah. You guys are all together.
Okay.
They're keeping everyone like.
Is this cage? Is this cage still
I thought
closed?
Yeah.
I thought I was somewhere else
I
entirely.
mean, he could
Otherwise
ask for
I
it to
would've
be
been saying-
opened.
Otherwise, I would have been saying things.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Should have clarified.
Scourges were like every time the horror came down and like scourge.
The scourge happened. Started
400 years
500
ago?
years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do like a scourge history thing to see if something like this has happened before. Like a town being kicked off like this.
Sure.
Sure, let's try it again.
I read all about it, so I have much knowledge.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
That's good.
Oh,
Wow.
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 What?
Scourge? You weren't alive at that time.
Yeah.
That's second critical.
God, yeah, it's just like, at this point, it's like, who am I?
I'm just very confused right now.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Poor
So-
guy.
What is the history of where I live?
Yeah.
What?
So I have an idea.
I have an
Actually,
idea. Yeah.
tell me your idea first. What was your
so-
name again?
Frill, and you're Tamon?
Taman. Yes.
Tamon, yes.
I don't think I've learned any of your names yet,
Yes.
and we've been friends for so very long. We were knocked unconscious together by this man right here. I'll point to Dargus. Dargus.
I look suspiciously at Dagus after you say that. And say,
You're good to be suspicious of that.
So, one thing I do know about horrors, if this is indeed a horror, which I increasingly thinking that it is that they're really not good at creating things. And by not good, I mean they just can't. So why don't we have a festival?
What?
Throw a festival, lighten the mood.
Missa perks up at this.
Dagus kind of like looks at you like.
So hear me out. Hear me out.
I think I'm just.
So, if horrors can't create stuff, then why don't we throw a festival, a party where everyone is creating stuff, and if people aren't, they're your suspects. You know?
That would ferret out someone who was affected by the horrors, perhaps if it was a townsfolk.
That's true.
However, if it is actually sneaking into the town at night,
That's what guards are for.
and what of the guards? Would they not be suspects in this case?
Yeah, there are only like, what, 20, 30 guards or so? It's like, that's pretty easy to just have them sing a made-up song real quick, or poetry, or whatever their chosen creativity is.
there is another idea. This thing seems to attack people who are unguarded, people who are wary. They easy to attack. Perhaps we can lay a trap for this thing. Perhaps if we found someone small, unassuming, perhaps we get trapped in a cave. But I'm not sure where we'd find this type of person.
Well, they'd have to not know what was going on. They'd have to be very unaware.
Yes, I agree.
You did say you were an actor.
I did mention that earlier, yeah.
Okay.
You think you could act unaware?
Yeah, use them as bait.
Oh my.
Oh my.
I think we can manage this.
Would you be willing to lay down your life to catch this murderer?
I'm very good at laying down.
Then I think we have a plan. But must we get the townsfolk inside their houses? What is the plan? Should we leave him in the middle? Curfew.
You
martial
could-
law, that always works out.
I don't particularly care, but you could cordon them off in a bunch of buildings, keep them all, in churches, municipal halls, and then, leave that guy out as bait.
Yeah.
Those would be easier to guard than a bunch of individual little houses.
Or we could combine two plans. We could have the festival. Perhaps everyone is in the center of town. They're having fun. They're doing revelry. While the rest of us are somewhere else, watching him who is off by himself, alone, as it were.
But wouldn't it be easier for them to sneak into a crowd and kill someone like they've been doing?
It's a risk for sure, but we don't have much to go on.
What do you think?
I love the idea of state mandated revelry.
Well, I think Dagus is doing it.
Oh.
I'm just gonna look at Dagus when I say that.
What am I doing?
He's
I think
calling you
Dagus
out,
is killing
Diggs.
these people.
He's calling you out, Diggs.
Me? The man who has been loyal to this town for hundreds of years without doing something like this? Why would I have any meaning for this? I've been here so long, I have everything I need. I couldn't ask for more, but the love of the town spoke.
He's been here for at least 3 months.
I'd like to make a perception to see if what's his name is lying.
Okay.
Which was his name?
Dingus.
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 Dingus. Yeah.
Exclusively
Dingus
calling
line.
that now.
Is there like a...
Is there a skill for that?
yeah, not like
Oh,
perception,
boy.
but...
If there is, I don't have it.
Yeah, I don't know of any skill that's that would be something like that.
Detect
Can you
lies.
do things that you don't have like a specific
Like,
skill for?
Intuition? Does anyone have
Is
that?
there like a base? Could you do like a flat perception?
You
How
could
does
do
Earthdawn
a
work?
flat
Flat
perception.
I can do a awareness test.
Yeah, awareness
That's-
is a
I'm
specific
fine
skill. You
with
get to
that.
add a
Yeah.
rank when you do that.
Yeah, rank
Or-
plus
or-
perception.
yeah.
I feel like awareness is fitting.
Yeah.
Alright.
So
But I don't think you have.
I don't have
rank
awareness.
is 2 plus perception.
So we have 13
7.
viewers.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
Hey.
Hello. Cute.
Thanks for following along at home.
So that's how it works then. Rank plus perception.
Mhm.
So that would be step 9.
Mhm.
Plus 2, 6.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna do awareness on
Don't-
this guy. What?
Don't roll double ones again.
If it is, I'm leaving this entire game.
no.
Something's rigged. Alright.
Maybe your dice just hate you.
Yeah.
Wait, is the background track too loud? I don't know. People are talking about they like heard the background track when I turned it on.
Oh.
They should hear the
So, like,
background track.
yeah, but I'm wondering if it's too loud.
What else
Can
are
they
they
only hear the
saying?
background track?
What does everyone say?
They have
Hold
low
on.
ambiance. Sounds good. Oh, it sounds like it's not too loud.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, that's a 9?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems truthful. He's like,
Truthful?
yeah, he
Okay.
definitely does. Like,
Yeah.
he's being honest in everything he's
Alright,
saying.
I think this guy's legit.
He like actually almost starts crying when you're
Yeah.
accusing him.
Yeah,
Like
okay,
he's very
okay.
passionate about this.
There.
I just kind of look at him and I'm like,
I followed his daughter's birthday.
I can't believe you would make me feel sorry for an elf.
oh, believe me, you should feel sorry for the elves.
If you don't engineer some kind of scene
But I
where
have a
it's
kind
like
of
never
sad
thought
look in
I'd
my
die
eyes.
fighting side by side with an elf on that guy's part,
Wait, what'd you
Oh.
say?
you have to engineer a scene where he's like
No.
never thought I'd die fighting side by
Oh
side
my
with
God.
an elf. How about fighting side by side with a friend?
Well, he's an elf.
Yeah.
You guys now
You
have to
gotta
die
make this
holding
happen,
hands in
please.
battle. You both lose your arms. Wait, I don't want to
That's
spoil
where my
it.
best tattoos are.
I didn't say what it's from. It's fine. That wasn't from this. No. That's from an anime, but I don't want to spoil it for by saying what anime it is. All right. Okay. So, how do you say his name? God damn it. Dagus.
His name is Dagus
Dagus.
because my character immediately thinks of nicknames for everybody.
Okay.
And his name is like Dag, yo.
Okay. Dagus looks at you all and he's like, but how could we get the citizens to ever participate in a festival at in a time like this with a state like everyone's in a state of panic right now. We can never have people having fun.
If only there was some way we could lighten the mood in the town.
Are we going with the festival? Having us be isolated and having a big, very murderable crowd over in the town center? We're going with that?
Yeah.
More eyes to spot the person, though.
Indeed.
That hasn't worked any of the other nights, though.
They've not been they've not been. No one has seen the murderer though. They don't know who it is. So clearly the person is very good at hiding.
Yeah, in crowds.
I look at Dagus, ignoring the fact that I just accused him of mass murder, and say, have the crowds been concentrated any other night? What of when the dwarves were murdered in the town square?
I mean, yeah, usually people are all out and about, kind of, sticking together, like, panicking, looking around, trying to stay by each other, like herds of sheep, pretty much. Probably not leaving a very good target for whoever's doing all of these murders. But no, I mean, they're too afraid to be on their own for the fear of someone coming after them.
And what was happening in the square last night when the dwarves were murdered?
Just people out and about. The square is the heart of our town, so it tends to be the busiest part.
Are there any
So
witnesses?
they were murdered in the busiest part?
Are there any witnesses?
No, well, you see, no one even notices what's going on because whoever, whatever it is, seems to just either appear and disappear or blend in until it's already been done.
I don't know, guys. I think this festival might be a bad idea, just judging by that.
What if...
This is in character.
Do you think it would be better if we got everyone to go into their houses and just spend the night inside, locked in?
You said you've been trying to do that before, but it failed. We
Like
could
I said, corral them all in the municipal buildings where they can
have a festival in the municipal building.
What about the king's building?
Wait, there's a king of this village?
Or not the king, the ruler.
Oh, okay.
The town ruler.
The mayor's
Mayor.
house?
Marvin Trowing. But I don't know if he would want us to do that. We'd have to ask.
Let's consult with him.
I think it would be an idea. It still kills two birds with one stone.
It might be big enough to shelter everyone. Let us go. And you guys go back. And then he's still sitting there on his throne. He's like, what are you all doing back here now? Do you have a proposition for me?
We do, in fact, sir. I'd like to make a first impression roll to try and get him on my good side.
Well, technically it's not really his first impression of you, right?
Conversation then. Try
Okay,
and
sure.
get on my side. All right. This is 6. 5. Hopefully that's good enough. So we've come to the conclusion that what is afflicting your town is most likely a horror of some kind. Either a horror-afflicted villager or a horror itself. So we have a two-part plan. In order to test for a horror-afflicted townsperson, we think perhaps throwing a festival might be a good idea. Horrors are good at killing, but they lack the ability to create. And so having people creating things can essentially cross them off a list of suspects. In addition, them having fun would do the opposite of the fear and the horror
No.
that is beneficial to any outside horror. The second part of the plan would be to present bait for the horror in the form of this
Dear Missive here.
Dear Missive. He would be
Don't worry about it.
He would be acting unaware, and we would be watching him in hopes that the horror would target him, as the horror has had a past history of targeting unaware folk. So,
Alright.
And what we need from you for this festival is for it to take place here. We believe that's the only place that can fit all the townspeople necessary so that no one can evade our notice.
So, if you're saying that these horrors feed off of fear and terror, having a party where people are having fun, wouldn't that drive it away?
they might also drive it away.
But wouldn't it just come back another night?
That's why we leave out the bait.
Yes.
Yeah.
We drive it away from all the people. keep your people safe, and then we act ourselves as bait.
Yeah, give it an attracting
Save them.
target versus the.
Missive character acts, gets very terrified, attracts it.
I will permit that. Let's, at dusk, start getting all the citizens into here. We'll prepare it. Do we have anyone who can play music?
I'm good at that.
Yes.
I pull out I have an instrument of some kind, I believe a lute, and just start strumming a little ditty like,
Alright.
oh, when I was a lad of 13.
Alright. We have some townsfolk who can join you in these tunes. I'm sure. We'll see what we can do. Let's get everyone in here and leave the windling outside. Alright. So, do we want to start executing the plan?
Yeah.
Moving?
Sure.
Yeah.
So,
Alright.
I've got Shadow Meld, which allows me to become virtually invisible in the shadows. So that'll help ambush
Okay.
for this little trap we're setting.
You can also use it on other people as well.
Oh yeah. Oh, can I?
Is it
Touch.
See
area?
it? Yeah, it's touch, so I can make everybody here
We can
invisible in
hold
the shadows.
hands in a wholesome invisibility
Oh,
symbol.
wow! Oh no, I just kicked the speaker.
That's all right.
It's probably fine.
The wholesomeness
I think you can only
overcame me.
maintain one active spell, but you can make anybody hard to see,
Yeah.
not just yourself.
Yeah.
Any one
Well,
person at least.
I'll definitely use that then.
Hide in the shadows.
It's like you make a spellcasting test against the target's missing defense. Is it like D&D where the person can choose to fail the
No.
defense?
Mhm.
No.
So you can fail friendly buff spells.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, should we do that right now, or do you guys have other things you want to set up first?
I was gonna start, essentially be the opening act for the
Yeah, so
festival.
you need to stay inside.
Yeah. I'll probably, once my act is done, make my way towards the door and
Alright.
rejoin you guys.
Can I do a wilderness survival check to give ourselves kind of a place to hide where we can watch mischief?
Yeah, let's kind of
Basically
plan
set
out
up in an ambush.
where from
Yeah.
the building
Okay.
we're going to be
Yeah,
doing this.
I'll let you do that
Yeah.
once, like, plan out the, scene, and then, yeah, you guys can kind of,
Okay.
So do we have a
so-
marker to
or,
draw
one
out?
part of the town.
Yeah.
It's just like a general town.
Not that
right?
one.
Everybody's one of the
Yeah.
lettering.
Can you hand?
We have the
Wet race?
Yeah, here's the wet
Okay,
race.
so how many hexes should the building be?
So what building? You want the
The
town?
King's building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be coming from there.
Okay. So.
Ah.
okay.
Yeah.
Wilderness survival.
I'm gonna be hunched over in this camera for a second. Okay. I mean, it's like a big building, right? So just like make it this whole corner, I guess. Well, I guess that means the plan would have to be initiated somewhere in front of.
Yeah, we don't necessarily need to do it in front of the building.
Yeah. Well, I'll just say the building is here partially, and then the rest is back here. And then they're it's kind of like a circle area, courtyard. With some buildings here and around.
They're like bushes or trees.
Yeah. It's and it's kind of like a hidden courtyard. They usually have leading up to some kind of not palace, I guess. I'm thinking Solitude Skyrim. There's kind of some walls and some bushes. So there's kind of a little wall here, and then out here would be the town square area, and there's just a ton of houses.
We should be on the other side of the wall then.
Neat, yeah.
Yeah.
And and you can walk on these walls too.
So here's the building, right? And then this is the courtyard. Do you think we should have Missif here-ish?
Yeah.
And then we can be kind of hiding. Can
Yeah.
you see?
We could do that.
You can't
Yeah.
see through the walls though; they're full walls, but you can be on
Or
top of the walls.
on top.
There's bushes.
How tall are the walls?
What's our exit strategy? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Like a normal,
12 feet.
12 feet.
Uh-huh.
12 feet, sure. I was thinking 10, but 12 is probably. That's probably a little
That's
short.
not a bad drop.
Yeah.
the bushes and like greenery here and bushes.
Could we be hiding in the bushes rather than having to jump down from a 12 or 10-foot wall?
Yeah, let's hide in the bushes.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you guys have seen the other guys, but like, that turned out great for them. Yeah. No, I think that's a reasonable plan.
So, Dagus. Okay, Dagus asks you all, where should the guards be tonight?
The guards should definitely be inside guarding the festival.
We want no guards out around our town.
Just you,
We won't.
Dag.
I think they should be in and around the house.
Okay. So like maybe in and like
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
And like nobody patrolling the walls.
No.
And let's have a gate left open too, if that's okay, Dagus.
Why not? All of our citizens are here. They're what we need to protect, not the town. So.
Wait, who's all the way back there? Oh,
Me.
that's you.
Yeah, because I'm coming.
Yeah,
I'm coming from here. Ideally, I will make it here, but we'll see.
Alright, so I made a 10 on my wilderness survival check to give us coverage from our hiding points.
All right. Yeah. Then you're very covered, very well hidden. No worries about that. All right. So I guess all of the citizens are corralled. You know, they're fine. You know, with generally trying anything at this point. They're kind of desperate. So they'll follow like the guards to like not king the town leader's like house thing. And as dusk is falling, you guys get in your positions and wait.
Can I cast my shadow mouth now on everyone who's here?
Do you have to be touching them?
Did we decide to
It
have
just
Dagus
says
witness?
range touch.
Yeah, Dagus.
Does range touch means I have to be touching them the
When he
whole
casts it,
time?
no,
or
it's
just
when
when
he
I
casts.
touch, when I cast it? Yeah, that makes
Oh,
sense.
okay. So
I'm not just kind of
yeah.
on everyone.
let's say that we all kind of have it cast on us and then like disperse.
Yeah.
So I
Far.
don't have that.
Yeah, not yet.
Not there.
What are you
But we
looking
should.
I'm just getting a human mini for Dagus.
Oh, okay.
So I have to do spellcasting, I guess, mystic defense. Roll for that.
So you'll be rolling your spell
Get
casting.
some old and ripped because apparently that's what Dagus is.
Yeah, he is kind
You'll
of
be rolling your
old.
spellcasting ability.
So
that's here.
There we go, okay.
Against our
That
mystic
works.
defenses.
There's Dagus.
Okay.
Nice.
He's got a shield on. I also don't think it's an elf, but it's fine.
I don't think the camera's going to see it anyway.
Yeah.
We'll be like on this wall, I guess.
Wow.
Damn, Daggis, you got some weapons there.
Oh my god.
Dagus doesn't fuck
Daggis
around.
has swords the
Dagus
size
is
of
fucking.
Dagus
body.
is done with this bullshit.
Yeah, please hold up to the camera.
They say
Wow.
his name used to be Daggerus. A very dangerous man.
When I made this character, I had like no plans for him, but now I'm like emotionally attached to him. This happens
It'd be
to
like
all
that
of my
in
characters.
tabletop RPGs.
Dagus is now my favorite. Okay.
Wait till
Alright.
you get a hot bartender for all of us to hit on, and then.
Oh my goodness.
Right?
Make
I'm
all your
sad this
bartenders
now.
ugly. It helps a lot.
That won't stop me.
Who was that hitting on the bartender the last? That was
me.
you. She wasn't even the bartender. She was the bartender's
She
wife.
was
No,
the
you,
bartender's
no,
wife.
you were hitting on the random woman in the bar.
Yeah, no, she was the wife
That's
of the
my
bar. You guys
wife.
just never asked, but she was the wife.
Oh,
That's why she like went over to him behind the bar and was like,
I thought he was a friend.
It really do be like
They
that
were
when you're a drunk
definitely
sorcerer
wedding.
who thinks he's a car.
I missed a lot.
okay, that was an experience.
So I have to roll against everyone's mystic defense.
Mhm.
Alright, I'm gonna
Minus
try
your
you
defense is
first.
7.
Well, yeah, let's just do one roll.
Oh yeah, I got it.
10. Okay, my
10.
mystic defense is 0. No, 2.
Yeah,
You
yours
can't possibly be
8.
2.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
Okay.
it's
I still got it.
8 plus armor.
And it's just your mystic defense.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just yours.
Yeah, and I'm not casting it on you because we want them to be.
Yeah.
on
And
us.
you're not on
So,
me
yeah,
because
not
I'm
on
too
you.
far away.
Yeah.
Can't wait to roll my acting.
Yeah.
What is your acting?
My rank is 3, you know.
Oh, there you go.
Well, it's better than
And I hope some dice explode, so we'll see.
I like
Anyway, I'm
7 rank
waiting
in
for
tattoo.
Are we good?
I don't need any
I'm
other
good.
skill.
I have no more preparations to do.
All right.
Do I make it to the hiding place in time?
Oh, do you want to?
So I'm coming
Place
from
is
here,
over
and I
here.
like sneak out like after my act to try and join them.
All right. Well, Dagus is gonna tell you to stay inside to keep entertaining the people and to protect if anyone gets through.
Okay,
If you,
I would like to try and sneak around.
all right. I know you can try. Dagus, we can alert you if anything happens,
Okay.
and you know if a battle.
I'll be by the door, just kind of
Yeah, that's
laying
fine.
here waiting.
just
to-
like with those soldiers outside.
I'm pretty sure you'll hear the sounds of combat.
No worries. All right.
The sound of instant one-shot kills. So.
Just straight up murdering a bitch. All right. Okay. So, night falls, and you guys wait for a long time with the sound effects still happening because it's pretty noisy, I guess, in the building. They're all having a good time. And after quite a few hours, you notice a man start to like wander the town as if he was like sleepwalking almost. And like, you know, not really making any like attempt to hide or be stealthy. He almost just looks like a villager that was left behind that didn't get rushed into the house.
Do we? Perhaps this guy man is innocent.
And he like is very like come back that way. And he's very like, well, I guess you guys can't really see him, you're pretty far away. But you do notice like his pattern of walking is just kind of like he's like falling over as he's walking. And he just seems like he's kind of like in pain, he's like scrunched up. And he like goes up to the cage.
Oh, I'm
This
still
second
engaged.
it,
Good to
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Wait, are you? I guess.
Let's say we
Yeah.
unlocked the cage
Yeah,
first.
Can I roll?
I expect you still in the cage.
Let's leave you in the cage.
Can I
but
roll
let
awareness
it be
on this
unlocked.
dude as he's approaching?
Where are you? I guess you're pretty close.
Yeah.
Sure.
I wanna know like what's up.
Okay.
No, that wasn't. Okay, that's a 4. Yeah.
He looks like he like hasn't really slept or eaten in days, in a long time. Which like
I offer him
Isn't-
a beer that I'm definitely holding as part of my act.
Drunk in the
You're
cage.
holding a
That's an
beer?
issue.
Yeah, a whole pint. It's enormous.
he like walks up to the cage and he just kind of like starts rattling it a lot.
Oh, hold there, buddy. Hey, you're gonna spill. Stop.
Sloshing that pint all over the place.
And he like kind of shoves his hand in the cage and
Ah.
tries to grab you.
Or the beer. Near the beer.
One's more important than the other.
This
You.
is very,
Yeah.
this is very important for
He's
how my
definitely-
character reacts.
He's definitely trying to grab you.
Okay. In that case, I will break.
Some, like dex.
I'm like, right. I don't know, like,
You're just trying to like avoid his hand. He's
yeah,
very
yeah,
like
sure. Yeah,
he's
yeah,
not very
well,
like accurate.
Yeah, I'll try to
He's
get.
very
Out, I'm gonna try to
sleepy.
get out of the cage.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine.
That would be the first thing that I
Do you have
would
like dex or something? Roll a
I
dex.
got.
Dexterity check.
Do I have like? I think I might have. What is it? It's called. Avoid blow.
Sure.
Sure.
Why not? That seems like it would be a blow if it hit you.
Can I cast something?
Maybe.
Sure. I've got Life Circle of 1, which creates a magical circle to. Oh fuck, it's touch. Never mind. Oh damn it!
Ah, fuck.
God, I should have done that earlier.
Nah, it's okay.
It repels horrors, so that would have been nice.
in here at all? I thought it was in here.
That would have been a great thing to know beforehand.
The adept avoids injury by dodging or parrying blows directed against him when attacking close range or ranged combat.
Yeah, technically avoid a blow is in a response to have being hit.
Alright, well, in that case, I will use a danger sense, I suppose. Which is, 3 plus, plus my dex, which is 6, so it's 9. Okay, I got it. I'm going to do a danger sense.
Cool.
Which apparently means...
Use your spidey sense.
Allows you to react to hazards more quickly.
Yep. Reacts to hazards?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Someone said Dag is doing
Alright. Alright,
Someone
one of
else
them
said
explodes. Alright. I got a total of
12.
12 for my danger sense.
Okay, yeah. So you're trying to get out of the cage, like, while avoiding?
React more quickly to hazardous situations.
Okay.
So
I'm just gonna say you're like, he's just like kind
I'm
of
trying to
flailing
avoid
his arm.
I'm trying to avoid this danger, whatever that is.
Okay. So
Initiative test result. So against the initiative test results of the trap or the hazard. So if he's attacking me, then I guess he would roll initiative and or something.
Yes.
Is it clear to us now that he's attacking him?
I mean, I feel attacked.
But you're a very good actor.
He's like not really attacking, like he's kind of just flailing his arm in the cage. Like, seems like he's trying to grab him, but
Alright,
it's just kind of a mess.
are you like yelling for help or anything?
Not yet.
Okay.
Well, if possible, then if I can like get out of the cage and around, like behind him, without, you know, without much issue.
Okay.
Then that's what my character.
Yeah, I'll say you can do that.
Okay.
I won't really convince it because I don't really think he's trying to attack.
Okay.
And like, so when you like get behind him, and he like tries to like follow you, kind of like
I pour my beer in his face. I yell at him because it's a waste of good beer.
and he kind of like screams and like grabs his head, and he's like, ah! That was probably really loud. I'm sorry. I forget that there are people watching. Oh my god, what did I do? All right. And he like yells. I don't like the audio. This is tragic. There we go. I'm sorry, I got too into it. All right. He like.
Great.
I'll describe it without actually yelling. He like yells and grabs his head and falls to the ground, and he's just like. Like rambling about things, and he's like, it can see me. Like, where is it? And I can't get away from it. And he's like. Mumbling it, and it's like kind of hard to pick up on, but I mean you can hear it.
Can I hear the
You guys
commotion?
can hear him like just kind of.
Can I hear the
yelling about
commotion?
things. Yeah. Well, you're in front of the house.
I'm like way over here.
I don't think you can, but they can.
Okay.
Upon hearing that he's saying something's watching him or
Mhm.
whatever, I'm gonna do an awareness thing, which basically means I'm looking or I'm trying to spot someone or something. And I guess I'm gonna look around in the darkness behind us. And it's going to be a roll against the against. Dang it! What am I rolling against? Hidden vaults, secret doors, disguised, concealed characters. They definitely use an awareness test instead of a perception test. I'm successful. So I guess it's just a whatever difficulty check you want, whatever number. I'm not sure.
Okay.
So
To realize this guy's actually a zombie.
no, I'm specifically looking for what this guy is talking about.
Okay.
Okay.
So not him, but something in the shadows, probably.
Oh.
All right.
I see.
No explosion, but 10.
Okay. Yeah. So it sounds like, I mean, he's clearly talking about like something controlling him,
Okay.
and like kind of like being terrorized by it, whatever it is.
Okay.
So he just keeps like he doesn't say what it is. He just is
Right.
like it's.
But I
watching,
also
it's
don't
terror.
see anything in the darkness.
No.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could say he's like a zombie, but he's very clearly like alive. He's a human.
Do I see anything in the darkness with my heat vision?
Heat vision.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he just looks like a normal body. Like he is, like a normal human.
So he has normal human temperature.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does anyone have like exorcism powers or something like that?
That would be you.
No, I don't. Clearly.
Not a first circle yet, but
No. Yeah, all I've got is life circle of one to tell us whether he's a horror, an undead, or a horror construct.
I think eventually he gets suppressed curse.
Oh, okay. Yeah, until then, I don't have a great deal of stuff that would help him out.
I like realized I didn't make like a character sheet for him to like attack him, but I know what to do. It's okay. I got it.
You could try half magic to see if he actually is possessed.
Try what now?
As a nethermancer, you can detect evil spirits as a half magic.
Where is this?
It's part of your class in general.
Okay, so what do I roll for that?
You probably make a perception step +1 test
Okay.
to be step 8.
8, 2d6. Alright, thanks for that, because I didn't know that. It's 10. Oh,
Explodes.
it explodes.
Exploded.
Again.
Yes.
Nice. 15.
All right. So what are you attempting right now?
Detecting evil spirit, or
yeah,
detecting
exactly.
spirit, like the presence of spirits.
Yeah.
Okay. So in this world, spirits and horrors are two different things.
They are.
So are you trying to detect spirits or detect horrors?
Well, does it only work for spirits, or does it work for horrors too?
That'd be up to your
Can you
discretion.
read it really quick?
I don't think I have it.
Oh, okay.
It's just like something that's apparently part of Nethermancer background.
What is it called again? The actual building?
It's just her half magic. Her half magic ability.
Right.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
I'll say like it's like maybe it means like detecting like astral beings, which I imagine would be both like spirits and horrors.
They would
Okay,
both be
yeah.
probably
Yeah.
astral beings.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
So I'll say you can definitely detect that a horror has been affecting like this person, and you know it's a
Okay.
horror.
Mm.
All right.
Like you don't detect like them in him like actually taking over his body.
Yeah.
It's not like that strong, but like it's had a large effect on this man.
Okay.
So he's still like kind of flailing on the ground, and
I'm trying to see if there's anything I can do here.
he's gonna like get up, since he can't really keep track of the wingling with Misef, and he like is just gonna kind of like bolt it at the gate here. He's just gonna start running forward.
I'm going to, as soon as he does that, just move to intercept him, kind of like this way. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say like
So my movement speed is 14.
yeah. So his is 10. Well, I guess I shouldn't tell you, but you move faster than him, so you can intercept him.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna like stand in between him and menace my sword at him and
Alright.
basically just block the way.
He's gonna like as soon as he sees you, like try and slow himself and then just fall on his face.
Okay. As he does that, I'm going to jump on top of him and kind of like pin him between my knees. And be like, did anybody bring rope?
That's a good question to get into. Like,
He's just gonna start screaming, like just screaming. I'm not gonna replicate it, but he starts screaming,
Please replicate.
like at the top of his lungs.
I hear that.
Yeah, you definitely. No,
I-
even the people inside hear it. Like he's like screaming as if he's being murdered from like the inside out. So yeah, so the people inside also will quiet down. I have music for it. Wait, evening count. All right.
Hey, if I does he count as a horror construct, or is he just possessed?
Technically, a horror construct is something that has been killed and brought back by a horror, so he's
Okay.
not dead.
Okay.
He's still alive.
So I can do life circle of one, which will repel horrors. So I don't know if that would work if he's being possessed by one. If it would like repel it from him.
It might ease. It might.
I'll try it.
Try it.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
start making my way over here. I have a movement speed of
Yeah.
12.
I guess this is very calm music for what's
Yeah,
going on
it's
right
my
now.
my
Each
will
two.
plus 2 against
Each
his
two.
mystic defense.
6.
That'll be 9.
Against
You
his
would
mystic
roll your
defense.
spellcasting.
Oh, I just rolled my
Roll
spellcasting?
your
I thought
spellcasting.
it was said will plus 2.
That's the effect.
Oh, that's the effect. I'm sorry.
Now there's
There
a
you
dog
go.
apparently.
Yeah, the dogs really don't like these horrors.
Yeah,
That
obviously.
makes sense.
The dogs are
Maybe they were
spooked.
singing along with you while you were playing.
Ah, that was it.
You know,
Against his mystic.
Do I have
defense.
enough time to get all the way to these guys before this?
I mean, he's like pinned on the ground now. It's not really like
Alright,
combat
so
going
Does
on.
9 beat his mystic defense?
You roll the 6 again.
Oh, you're right.
Did you explode?
Does
Yes.
14? Oh, no, wait, no, 13.
13.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nah. Okay. So then now what I do is roll plus 2. Okay. So that should be 7 damage against the horror.
Okay. Against the horror, or like
Yeah, it says the circle should repel and harm it
okay.
If it's there.
yeah.
if it's there. Yeah.
So
So yeah, I'm gonna draw like the circle like with him just kind of like the circle kind of cutting through his body.
Okay.
So if it repels it, I want it to repel it from his body.
okay.
If that's possible.
He stops screaming as much. He kind of starts like lamenting. I don't know, like crying. I guess not crying, but just kind of like distraught, like in himself. Like, but he's not like wailing as if he's in physical pain anymore.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Very good, Screen. What was your name again?
Jack and all.
Ah,
So
yeah, he's just kind of
in the
like
distance.
he's kind of lost it just on the ground. Even though like he's not wailing, he's kind of non-responsive.
Look, I'm topping this guy right
Wow.
now.
Dominant.
Keeping
This is
him,
not that kind of
keeping him
roleplay.
secure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mrs. is going to act like
His
he's not
ass.
paying attention to what's going on here, and he's actually just going to be like scanning the darkness passively, making sure nothing else is approaching.
Smart.
Once
But
I
he's going to
find,
like sit down and like act like he's not paying attention
Chilling.
at all, just chilling.
Ready to be the next victim.
Yeah.
Alright.
once I get over here, I look at what's your
This
name?
guy
What's
give
your
us this.
Triskin.
Triskin,
Triskin.
Dope Dice Towers.
Triskin.
So I come over and I'm like, Triskin, you want some rope for that?
Yeah.
I have an adventurer's kit, which I'm
Alright.
pretty sure has some rope. Like 6 feet of rope, I think.
I've never opened it before.
I don't know. Dagus has come down as
Yeah.
well.
So I give
he's
you
fine.
my
Yeah,
rope.
Dagus was
Look at
leaving
that.
y'all behind. I just forgot about it.
Okay, well, I'm
With his massive
gonna
sword.
try to tie him up.
Yeah, I mean, you can do that. I mean, he's
Uh-huh.
kind of like
Cool.
flailing, but with enough effort.
Beloved D&D staple of catching and interrogating somebody.
Look how quickly we've fallen. Only one day in this town, and we are knocking people down and tying them up, just like we were this morning.
I'm not super invested in the morals of this man.
Sir,
I just kind of-
What is your name?
he doesn't. He's just kind of wailing, and he's still saying things, but now it's less related to like something watching him, or he's more
What
like
is he saying now?
he's pretty much confessing. He's kind of just like, there's blood on my hands. What have I done? I don't know what's going. I want food. I want to sleep. I haven't slept for like months. And he's just like kind of going on and on about
Alright.
I
just
take a
distraught.
I take a look at Dargus and I'm like, well,
Is that
I
his
think we
name?
caught
Dagus.
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 This guy's name is everything but Dagus.
Yeah. Let's just call him Dingus.
Dingus, yeah.
Dingus.
So I take a look at Dingus and I'm like,
Dingus.
well, I think we caught your perpetrator, but I'm not sure if he was acting in his right mind.
Do you know this person? Do you know where he lives? Perhaps we need to investigate his house.
He's not a villager here. I don't. I feel like I might have seen his face at one point, but I mean now it's beyond recognition. His face is like sunken in and just like you know, he just is like covered in dirt pretty much. And like maybe dried blood. But yeah, I mean he's definitely not a villager here. I mean no one has ever lived here.
Do you find any like identification on him?
Like his driver's license?
Yeah. His fantasy driver's license.
I guess, do you guys have like, rummaging?
Rummaging.
You like
Roll
loot
for
him.
rummaging.
Roll to loot him. I guess he's not really fighting, so you can just
Okay.
start like looking through him.
Okay. Yeah, do I pull off any like enchanted items from him?
So there's like not much on him, but like some old like kind of like just adventurer's gear, like normal stuff, like a dagger and some rope.
Oh.
And the dagger is like very bloody.
I'm gonna take the rope and just be like, yeah, this is mine now.
I guess you're gonna tie him up with the rope on him.
I'm gonna take the dagger and begin a item history.
Okay.
Roll. So I have to study the item for a week.
I hope nobody was planning on doing anything else.
I have to examine it for an hour a day and study it for a week before I make the roll. But I'm going to start that hour a day now.
Okay, may I check that real quick first? I'm gonna check the blood on it. Does it smell or
I'm gonna
taste?
lick it.
Yeah, does it taste like human blood?
Yeah, it's a lot of different humans' blood.
Does it taste like any animal
You
blood?
have
that I
AIDS
recognize?
7 times over now. From that.
Not really. No. It's like thoroughly covered in human blood at this point.
Fantasy AIDS.
There's none of that.
You're able to discern 7 different sources. Nice.
So he's like, are you still on top of him?
No, I've gotten up after I tied him up, I kind of like pulled him to his feet like very gently and like kind of like set him steady, and then now I'm kind of just like
Is the dog
standing beside
Is that a
him.
sound effect or is that a real dog?
No, that's a sound effect.
Okay.
It's supposed to be Evening Town.
What?
But it's literally all I hear is a dog.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna put it back. There's some more chatter going on now that the screams have stopped. We're back to the small market, please.
Okay.
Alright. I was like, all I hear is this dog barking and it's throwing me off.
Same.
But yeah, so I'm gonna turn it down just a little. Okay. And so he's standing up now, and he's like gonna start trying to pull, go back to where he came from.
Oh.
I'm gonna like
Let's
Like
follow him.
Oh.
take it over. Like he's, I mean, y'all can tell
So
pretty
as he-
easily he's
What
like
about we-
insane. He's
as he
not
starts
right
doing
mind.
that, I like kind of like stop him, and then Timon says that.
Tamon, yes.
Tamon. Okay, Tamon says that, and I kind of just like let him go and like let him past me, basically.
Alright, so if no one's holding on to him, he like starts running.
Did we not have like a rope on him?
I mean, did you tie it around his legs, or was it just...
Where did you tie it?
He will not outrun us. He is tied up.
Yeah, let's say I like
Let us follow him.
I don't know, bound him pretty thoroughly.
Alright.
Yeah, put a leash on
Just
him.
He's
tie
like-
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like basically like ankle bindings and arm bindings.
Okay, well then he
Yeah.
can't move at all.
Well, he like his legs can like,
Okay.
so I don't
He
know
can
how
shuffle
insane
real
So
he is.
he's gonna
but-
fall onto the ground and start like worming and like just like destroying himself.
Oh,
Kind of cutting himself up on the ground.
Christ, perhaps you
Yeah,
should,
just put it around his neck.
Just untie his legs. Let him go.
I'm gonna real quick just jump back on top of him and like just
just,
try
like,
to untie him and be
crying and bleeding now. It's just all kind of mixing together.
like, oh my god.
Way to make us feel terrible.
Yeah.
That's what the goal is.
And like do a little
Gesundheit.
do a little knot around his like
Back.
Yeah, so basically there's a way to tie rope onto a person so that you can have like a knot on their knot that's on the
So it's like when you see little children, like
Yeah,
their moms have
exactly.
all leashes. Okay.
Except
Like
this
a
man's
harness.
hands are bound.
Yeah, okay. So he's just gonna like, I guess, start just trying to walk back to where he came from, clearly.
Okay.
He's like clearly a man of habit at this point in his insanity. He comes and he goes back every night. So he starts walking back,
Excuse me.
and then he's like, kind of like, you can grasp more and more of his story, like as he like, if you're listening to what he's saying, he just keeps kind of mumbling to himself. So he kind of like refers what you think he's referring to himself in the third person, or he's talking about someone else. But he keeps saying the name Willen, and he just keeps going on about like traveling in the forest and a cave and like something like in a bunch of nightmares, and he's like describing these nightmares of like people coming up and like grabbing him or torturing him and like ripping off his nails and pulling his hair, like just like terrible things that are like you don't know if it's happened to him, but it seems like he's been describing nightmares. So
And we're wandering into the forest at this point?
and he like, I mean, if you guys just follow him the whole way out, he's just going out of the town and just into the woods.
Are there any animals in the woods right now? Or are they all just running away from the madman? Okay.
Quiet forest at night. Okay.
I'll be very quiet.
There's not really much in this forest. Like, it's pretty like lush and nice forest. Like you can tell. Wow, not forest with one S. But yeah, so start like walking in, and like it's kind of like just hush, kind of like what it sounds like right now. Little like bird or like little owls hooting every now and then.
How far into the forest are we now?
So you've been walking for like about 5 minutes into the forest.
Okay.
Not very, like not far at this point.
Not far enough for
I
me
mean,
to
he's
have
still-
wanted to piggyback on the largest character here.
Oh yeah, did I grab you, or did you come along?
Yeah, I came along
Oh, okay.
because like you had to walk past me to.
Oh,
Alright. You
got you.
Sure.
I guess you got out of that cage, so that works.
Yeah.
Do I notice any birds flying around?
There are like owls perched on the trees, but I think it's like nighttime, so
Okay.
most of the birds are like chill. They're like sleeping or doing whatever birds do at night. I don't know. But yeah, and he's like, I mean, you notice like there are definitely like creatures in this forest, but it doesn't seem to be anything like hostile. But maybe the wolves, you know, but they sound far off, so it's fine. But yeah, and so like the more like he leads you, you're like, I guess 10 minutes walking into the forest now. Not on any path. Like he's like straight line there, besides like walking into trees and stuff. Like he's just.
Has he trod through this area before, though? Has he trod through this area before?
Oh, I mean, yeah, it definitely seems like he's going to exactly where he knows to go. So he's like leading you through this part of the forest, and the more you go in, like the like kind of darker it gets.
I light my lantern and hold that out.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Then you can see better. But eventually you get, and like the forest isn't like, it's not like flat, it's pretty like, I guess, like kind of hilly. It's in the, so basically this town is in the middle of two mountain ranges. It's like the mountain range, the Thrall Mountains, is that what they're called? It's just the mountains like that Thrall is built into, and then the Kakavik Mountains. And like, you all know that, except for him, because, I mean, you traveled here. And so it's like pretty like hilly, and there's like a lot of big like rocks. So you come upon this big like rock formation with like a very small like cave like that looks to be somewhat man-made, somewhat like natural, like going into the ground. But it's not like a cavern. It's just like small. So the man like kind of falls onto his knees, if you allow him, I guess. He's still tied up, and just kind of like lays and like kind of tries to like worm in, but he's pretty like just gone.
Exhausted.
He's like exited life at this point. Oh, not dead, but he's like gone. And with that, I have to go to the bathroom.
Alright,
I gotta
take
pee.
a break here.
Alright.
Pee break. Oh, there are too many cords around me. Hello everyone, we're back with more Myths Guided. So what's been going on is that our adventurers arrived in the town of Merrick, found themselves knocked out, woke up, tied up, and then made a plan with the town's leader and the town's like guard man, and decided to have a plan to find out who's been murdering people off every night in the town. So luckily, the plan worked. After throwing a festival, hoarding all of the town citizens into like the king's house, or not the king, the leader's house, and a man was captured. But the man is like delusional and insane, and he has not given up any information really, and has just led them back to the cave in the forest that he comes from at night. So we are there now, ready to pick back up. That's good?
Yeah.
Cool. So let's see what happened. He like fell on the ground, right? And he's
I was kind of exhausted.
Mhm. He's not really moving much anymore besides like trying to like bring himself into the cave, but
Perhaps you should tie his leash to tree, and then we go investigate his home.
Okay, that sounds like a decent idea.
I'm a decent guy.
I'm gonna spend a while kind of like trying to secure the bonds in such a way that he can't really hurt himself either against the tree. So yeah.
also I think Dagus is gonna stay in the town to protect the townspeople.
Okay.
So he didn't come with you guys.
Yeah,
But you know, his duty is to his town citizens, so he must stay and protect them at all costs. But he wishes you luck on your adventure.
Sorry, everybody. Dag is not gonna die, apparently.
I will protect Dagus with my life. I love him.
half the stream seems to love him, and then the other half wants him to die.
Exactly. Well, I love him.
Can't-
It's
so-
too early to kill people. It'll be much more impactful later.
Yeah, you have to love him more
I'm
first.
gonna flesh out the characters and then rip them away from you. All right. So, so yeah, it's just the 5 of you all and this like insane man at the cave. So you're trying to tie him up right now to a tree?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, basically, I'll, like, kind of secure his waist to the tree first and then, like, undo his hands and, like, get his shoulders, basically. So all I can
Okay.
really do is, like...
He
with his
like
feet.
kind of just falls asleep as you're doing it, and like every now and then he's kind of like, ah! And just like waking up and screaming a little bit, and it's fine.
Throughout this entire ordeal, my
Probably
look of
fine.
concern on my face has gotten like worse and worse, and I just kind of like look sad, basically.
It's quite a sad thing to experience.
Yeah.
This man is insane.
Hopefully, if there is horror down here, we can find this man some respite from his madness.
Yeah.
You guys want to venture in?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So
Y'all lead the way.
the cave is pretty straightforward. There's not like much to it. So I guess I could draw out a map, but I'll just describe it as we're venturing down. It's just kind of like a path. There's not like ways.
Who's the largest character here?
Largest as in tallest?
Yes.
I'm 6'7".
Why does he not simply eat me?
Help.
I'm 5'5".
But I'm probably the stoutest.
Stoutest? Who could I hide behind the easiest?
5'9".
Not me. I'm 5'5" and
I'm like 4
skinny.
foot. I'm like 4 feet tall and 3 feet wide.
If you're
Oh my goodness.
I'm not actually 3 feet.
Yeah.
Dwarf.
These dwarves.
He's
what?
an absolute unit.
yeah, probably.
Right.
Yeah, alright. Missif is going to, coincidentally, follow behind Tammin.
Very well.
He's not
Alright,
going to
so
tell
what's-
Tammin that he's following
Yeah,
behind.
I'll be
He's just
behind
going
you.
to.
Alright.
It's just going to be. Yeah, he's just going to position himself that way without saying anything.
So what's the order? How also are we going single file? Like, is it too skinny to really?
Yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
you probably should go in single file.
Okay.
I can go in first. I can see in dark.
Oh, great, cool.
Oh,
So
lantern in the back.
Missif.
I'll be following pretty closely behind Tammin, and as like Missif kind of like nudges his way between us, I'm like,
Yeah.
Very well.
This is what Missif wanted, so to be between the two largest people.
Oh my.
Ooh, this is about that.
It is that kind of role playing game.
Oh my goodness. All right.
As I walk into the cave, do I notice any other tracks that look less than human?
Less than human.
Less
You
than human.
racist.
What are you trying
Other
to
than
say?
human.
Yeah, humans are the only valid name giver race.
Damn.
Sorry, less than name giver.
Thank you.
All right. So you all of the tracks you see look like it was made by like human / name giver.
Very well.
Yeah, you don't see anything like out of the ordinary, really. Just like a lot of tracks going back and forth, probably from the man going back and forth from this cave. But as you walk through the cave, you notice like it's pretty like rich, I guess, if that makes sense. Like there's like a lot of like ore and like some nicer like gems and stuff that you can see. Like clearly like these forests are very like rich in resources, and you know, cause a lot of people to come to them. So it's not that crazy that there are a lot of tracks here. It's like people could have just been exploring this cave a lot for the resources in it. But yeah.
Do I notice any like mining equipment? Was this guy perhaps a prospector?
I won't say like any like intense
Because
mining.
I recognize a great deal about mining equipment from my
Yeah.
backstory.
Well, I won't say there's anything like. It's more so just kind of like adventures stuff. Like
Very
I
well.
won't say anything like intense mining equipment, but just like maybe stuff people came and left behind, trying to like get these resources out. Is any like tag adventurer person? But there's like not too much in the cave.
Did you describe what the cave smelled like?
No.
Does it smell odd, or does it smell like a cave?
As you get deeper into it, it smells more odd.
Okay.
In any detectable way, can we recognize how it's odd?
You can make a check of some sort.
Sure.
What kind?
I guess that would be awareness for me.
Awareness. Okay.
Can I make a wilderness survival check?
Sure.
Like flat perception checks a thing?
Yeah, you can do that too. I'm just using
an
awareness.
unrelated skill.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, okay.
11.
Okay. So you're trying your wilderness survival. Okay. What exactly would that entail? Just have people been living in here? Or like
Identifying the smell of weird plants.
Okay.
I'm basically rolling for the same thing.
Mhm.
My awareness, the target is the smell, basically. I've rolled an 8.
Okay, and what?
What does awareness do?
No, okay. I'll say that. Tamon, is that right? Tamon. You don't detect that it's like. It's not plant-based.
Mhm.
It does kind of smell like death, I guess,
Mhm.
like rotting. But it mostly smells like something you can't really like pick up on. And I'll say you, with your background and your role. Wait, what was your role again? 8. Okay, that's enough. You can like pick up on that it's possibly like more astral.
Oh.
Yeah.
Smells like
It smells like astral shit. It's like definitely like not exactly human or not exactly like name giver.
Astral sight only works when you like have the target in front of you, right?
No, astral sight is when you just peer across to the astral realms to look.
Oh, okay.
Should've
It says
picked
something
up the
about a
astral
target.
smell instead of
Yeah,
astral sight.
that dang astral smell.
I might try that. So 8 plus step is 8 plus perception. That seems wild.
That's probably just.
There are like a
Eight
few
is-
things I haven't looked into enough.
Yeah, it says 8.
rank plus. You see one rank in your perception.
No, that your step is
Oh.
just the step you're
Yeah.
rolling.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 8. 2d6. Well, I guess I'm just rolling to see. This says, you can see into astral plane, able to view the astral patterns and imprints. You can see imprints, magical auras, and patterns. Yeah.
Imprints?
Yeah.
She's looking for the magical auras of the
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Oh, that's double 6s, baby!
Yeah, roll both ways. Double
Yeah.
explode.
Yikes. Let me turn on
Finally rolling well.
Right?
And that's a 1 and a 6, which I guess we
It's
go
rolled
again. So we're at 19.
What the fuck?
23. You
23.
see everything.
What the fuck? I've seen everything that's ever existed.
So, I guess this is more at my discretion, but so does astral sight let you see things residing in the astral, like act like disorders?
Yeah.
Is he into
Okay.
astral
If there's a
plane?
horror waiting there in the astral forest, you might see it.
Well,
It might.
I
it sees
mean-
her too.
yeah, so that's kind of spooky.
Yeah.
But you definitely see like, I'd say like a direct like trail of like, I don't know exactly what imprints would be, I guess. Just kind of like where it's like touched on.
Yeah.
You can see like, I don't know, astral trailing.
Astral echoes.
Yeah.
Ghost
Well,
paw prints.
Yeah.
Whatnot.
I mean, they just keep leading into the cave more. And like very far away, you see like something like phasing in and out. Like, and it like, I think it's like constantly like phasing in and out. Like, not rapidly, but it's like coming and going. And then it like kind of glances and then like disappears from the astral plane entirely. and it's like really far away.
Okay. Well.
Yep.
Cool. Oh, well, if it disappears from the astral plane, maybe it's come to our plane. I informed my group. We have some astral fuckery. There's
light astral fuckery.
Yeah.
What did you see?
I saw the trail we've been following going in. Something was phasing in and out of the astral plane. I'm pretty sure it saw me, dropped out of the astral plane, which means it's probably in our plane now. And it's
Is
probably
there a heat signature up ahead?
Heat signature. Oh, that's right.
You'll have to keep walking.
Very well.
If you want to see something.
Alright.
As she says that, I kind of look kind of scared, but also like harden a little bit. I don't know exactly how to describe it.
I'm gonna activate my claw shape again.
Okay.
Getting ready.
I guess I'll pull out my sword and just kind of
Wolverine
shakes a little, but it's
Uh-huh. Just a little bit.
I'm just kind of humming a tune from from home, just trying to comfort myself in any way. Like, don't be scared, it's safe in here.
All of my clothing inflates like.
What?
And now I'm walking around like
Do you have
Stay
spines
Puft-
like a pufferfish?
No, like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Yeah,
Oh my
Why?
god.
I know why. It's hilarious.
What? Anyway.
I'm really excited about this.
Well, Scott has brought some inflation fetish shit into our fine, pure RPG now. Thank you.
Okay.
It's one of his elemental spells.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it is. I didn't totally make it up, although it might be something that I could make up.
Alright.
I saw everybody getting ready, so I was like,
Gotta
alright.
get ready.
I like move my drawn sword away from him. Just like he like puffs up and I'm like hold it to the side a little bit.
Oh, also, by the way, my character is a guy. I don't know if I was clear about that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
He told us earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Not in the
I
stream,
hear
but
Oh, okay.
in the pre-stream.
I guess it's a
Yeah.
surprise. Don't worry, all my gender was a surprise too. The way the
Wait, is
strings
this a
do it.
sausage party?
No, it's like when you hit puberty. That's when your gender is determined.
Oh,
Before then,
yeah.
you like don't have
I think
one.
I read
I
about
don't
that.
know.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
Mhm.
Huh. Wait, so is everyone a male in this party?
I was counting on
Yes,
some
sir.
of y'all playing female characters.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah, I don't think there's a single female character in the party.
Whoops.
Sorry.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. It's fine. Alright.
What a sausage fest.
Alright. I'm trying to find them.
Rose, you know what this means if you have any female NPCs.
Anyways, she will be a pure soul if we have one.
How very heteronormative of you.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Man.
I think
She could be
we
playing a
should
gay
forge-
male scrang.
Yeah, let's forge relationships within the party. Alright. Do you guys keep moving forward?
Yes.
Yes.
Do we need to draw out any kind of map on here? 'Cause we're like
I figure once we get to the actual thing, she'll.
Yeah.
you'll let us know.
I mean, for the moment, it's kind of just straightforward.
Yeah.
Like imagine like you're playing Minecraft and you're like mining for diamonds and you just keep going straight, but like that's just what's happening.
That's why I went to Thrall to get away from Minecraft.
We're back in
You can
it.
never escape.
Yeah, so you keep wandering down, it kind of like twists and turns in the ground. And I'll say like it kind of levels out into like what appears to be like a bedroom. I'll actually draw this out. So coming down whatever this cave, and it like opens up a little bit into like kind of a rectangular type of room with like an exit on the other side again. And there are like a few like makeshift kind of like beds of like just like tattered blankets on the ground. Oh my gosh, my hand is smearing everything. Yeah, and just like I guess some kind of like broken up crates and barrels
Does it look like a barracks? Like, does it
just
look like
one
multiple people live here? Or is
It
just
looks like
one?
people might come here like to temporarily like spend the night. Like it's definitely not a place that you could like inhabit for a long time. It was just like you know, if you're making a journey down into here, then it would be like a good resting location. But now everything's kind of like really
Ramshackle.
yeah, kind of old and decomposing and just not fun. And definitely notice that, well, as you're getting closer to this room, you notice the smell of like death is definitely stronger now. And as you enter the room,
Something doesn't smell right about this room.
you see multiple dead, decaying bodies on the ground that are very like hollowed out, kind of just super sunken in. Some have just pretty much barely any skin left on them, you know, just in multiple phases of decay at this point. Almost, and they're all kind of in this room as if they've all been led here. And this was their final location.
I am struggling to hold my luncheon.
Yeah.
What is that? Would that be like toughness or willpower?
Probably toughness.
Toughness?
Yeah, definitely tough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say like 5. I puke. I just start. I can't hold it in. I start. I turn away, but I'm just like. Yes.
The stench
Well,
is a little
step is
different in the
forward,
room
step.
now. You don't only smell death now. You smell some other stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yikes.
Are you okay back there, Frill?
And you just hear me just like.
Just going at it.
Yeah,
still.
going at it. It's not pretty.
Alright.
Can I try astral sight again? Well, in this room, like when I tried it the first time, did I see anything in particular in this room? You said it was just kind of like a trail.
Yeah, the trail is just continued through here.
Okay.
Are there any traditional tracks in this room?
Any what?
Yeah.
Traditional tracks.
So
Physical tracks.
Oh, okay.
So all of the like human footprints that you had been following until this point, like that were back and forth, were like ended in this room, and then like one set continued into the cave longer. But it does look, from what you can tell, like normal human
Okay. Are there any
footsteps.
physical belongings on any of these dead bodies?
You can go check them.
Let's check them. I will check them. My character will check them.
Be my guest.
Immediately get to looting.
Gruesome work.
Yeah, I don't want to I just wanted to see if there's any indication as to identity.
Oh, I'm looting.
Okay.
I'm just looting.
So as you like go up to the body, a hand shoots up and grabs your wrist. So
Wait,
roll for
I have danger sense,
You do?
which is a free action.
It
Ah.
does cost a strain.
It
though.
does cost a strength.
That's fine. I don't care about that. But what that means is I roll this, and that's an 8, and it has to beat the initiative of this asshole.
Okay. Let me find them. Why are there so many things like this in the guide? That's alright, I copied everything in this document anyways. Alright, how much did you roll?
An 8. And they make an initiative test
Okay.
result.
So the number next to their initiative is the
The
step
step they roll.
that I roll on? Okay.
Yeah.
But also the step is the average result of what their roll is, so you could just say it goes against their initiative. It's really whatever you want to do.
What'd you say it was? 8?
8.
Alright, so you pass.
Nice. All right. I step back before it grabs my wrist. That's all I'm gonna do, though.
All right. So I still think you all should roll for it.
Can I take one
That's
straight?
point.
Do you want to get how many bodies are
D20,
fighting?
right?
You see 2 bodies rise up
It's
from like
Ooh.
beds.
So
Oh, who's this dude?
roll.
Oh, did you guys leave him outside?
I put that
Yeah,
down
wait,
for
Yeah,
the thing grabbing him, but
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See
Well, this
initiative
dude will stay
there.
outside.
Oh,
There we
Yeah.
go.
Alright. Is there a way I have a D12 I can borrow?
Yeah, that's good.
No.
Missive steps back.
Should we
Oh,
write it
wow.
on our
That's
cards, Bruce?
Huh?
Write it on our cards? Or
Your initiative?
Yeah.
You can just tell me.
1.
Oh.
Alright.
That's 7 for Jack and all.
5. Alright.
I got an 11.
Alright.
The number next to the initiative is the step,
Step.
right?
Mhm.
Oh, I definitely rolled. Nope. I rolled the correct one. I rolled a 2.
Nice. Alright, let me roll. What did I do with that die? I just rolled my initiative with. I have too many dice.
We all had our various armors up and ready to go, I presume, because we were ready to fight as soon as we entered the cave, right? That's why I'm walking around like in a sumo suit.
Retconning that? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
no,
like,
we all
mentioned
talked of it. We all
Yeah.
said it.
Yeah.
Like he drew a sword.
He did claws.
He got paws. He got all puffy like a pufferfish.
Yeah.
I didn't do shit.
Damn.
It's cool. I can spend my soul armor on someone else.
Live and
It's
learn.
fine.
We're not.
I'm not even mad.
Alright.
Do you know what spells you have in your matrices? So pick 2 of your spells and those are the ones you can cast.
Oh,
for your
okay.
spell
For
matrices.
now. Okay. For each spell matrix?
No, because you have two spell matrices, right? Oh, you have 3. Pick
No,
two
well,
spells.
standard matrix.
Yeah.
Is that the same thing?
Yes, it's the same thing.
Okay, so what does that mean if I have 3?
You
Oh,
get
3 spells loaded up.
3 spells loaded.
Okay. Well, I've got Spirit Dart, Spirit Grip, and Soul Armor,
Okay.
I believe. And this is just per battle.
Yeah, it takes 10 minutes to read 2 of your
Turn on
matrices.
battle
Okay.
music. Yeah.
Oh no.
Let's do this one. Both of the map battle music I have are like really.
Kind of
I
victorious.
started from the beginning. They're like very intense, and I'm like, these enemies are not nearly as intense for like this battle music, but it's fine. So I can fine. All right. Are we ready?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. I guess you guys can know the order that it goes in. I can just tell you. So, Brill will be going first.
Oh boy. Well, I am gonna doink over here
Doink.
and just kind of take a swing at this dude
Okay.
with my short sword.
Wait, there's 2 of them?
There's 2.
Yeah.
Okay, this.
And so I think I roll step 7.
Yeah, you roll your dexterity step.
Dexterity step. Oh, thank goodness. No. Yeah, so I roll step 7. D12. I really need to invest in the D12. I get an 8.
Alright. What is that to hit against? Physical defense?
Yeah, it's a short sword.
Okay. That does not hit.
That does not hit. Oh boy.
Wait, is that against physical defense or physical?
Physical defense. Armor is how much damage it takes off.
Oh, I see.
I should not be attacking with a short sword. Alright, do I have enough? Do I have enough movement to?
So an attack is a standard action, and you can make a free action.
yet.
Oh, we don't know yet? Oh.
Yeah, I think.
Sure,
Yeah,
it's no.
I don't really want to invoke an attack of opportunity. Is that?
It's not, but you are parried if you move after attack. If you move, attack, then move, you are parried.
What is that?
It's like a -2 to your defense.
My defense is actually pretty okay. Yeah, I guess I'll just stay here, and I can't do anything else. I'll just pass.
Cool. All right.
Yeah!
Next up, this cool dude right here. I guess. Do they have to spend action to get up?
That's like
Or is
half
that
a free
half
action, right?
It's like half movement.
Half
No.
movement?
Getting up is actually pretty hard in the system. However, I mean, you could just say that there's a special talent that lets things get up for free. You could just say to have that.
I'll just say he doesn't even have to get up. You're pretty close to him, even though you avoided him grabbing you. Like, as he's kind of like,
Standing up in the system.
I guess as he's like kind of getting up, he's gonna come at you with his claws. His little, I don't even know how he has claws. I mean, I guess it's just like long nails slash bones. Okay.
Quasi just give your nails prisoner. It's a true story.
It is.
All right. So roll first to hit. Wait. Did I really put that one? The one that I needed, I put away.
Nice.
So my
Why do I
physical
suck at
defense is just a number, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not like a correct. It's not,
Not
a
a step.
It's not a step.
What is happening? I have too many guys to not be able to find this one. Alright, there we go. Alright, he's going to I don't even want to ask you what your armor is, or your defense. As he's trying to claw you, he like as he's getting up, he like swings and like rolls over onto his stomach and kind of flops onto the ground again. He definitely missed that one real hard, and that will be his turn. This flimsy man.
Just so you know, standing up in combat is a standard action.
Okay.
Or if you want to do it as a simple action, you need to take 2 strain and make a dexterity 6 test to stand up.
Okay.
So getting knocked down in the system is serious.
Yeah. So like if you use it as your action and you have one action, that's
Correct.
the whole turn.
Mhm.
Alright.
It's jumping up.
So dexterity
Yeah.
6 would be you roll a dexterity
Difficulty 6 step.
difficulty 6 step.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You roll your dexterity against a difficulty of 6.
Okay, so,
So-
your whatever your
Dex
Dex
step.
dex step is, you roll that and it has to be 6.
Yeah, it has to be
Or
6 or
more.
higher.
Okay.
Okay.
I see.
And you take 2 strain.
Okay.
What's
Two
the
strain,
strain
that's
do?
important.
Strain is just damage.
Oh, okay.
It's damage that you inflict on yourself to do things.
Damn, standing up really be hard. I feel it though.
Me
Me
like
getting
sitting
up.
for hours and it's like,
Did everybody skip leg day?
I mean, y'all heard my hip pop earlier.
skeleton pops.
I'm actually falling apart. It's fine. Alright. Now,
Our DM's going to become a cadaver then soon.
it's Jackanoll's turn.
Alright. I'm gonna hit him with that spirit dart. So I think I roll my spell casting against his mystic defense.
Okay.
That's 4 and 6.
No, there's a
No.
D8.
No,
What?
it's D8.
Oh, that's sorry. So that's just 4 and 6, and that's 10.
Alright, that's
It's
it hits.
It
Which
hits.
one are you aiming at?
I'm aiming at this guy, close
Okay.
one to me. And then I roll close to, yeah, same thing. And it reduces his mystic armor by 2.
Sweet.
So he takes 12 damage.
D8 does now
Oh.
explode.
Yes. He takes 18 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, minus his mystic armor. Which
How much
is
minus Mystic Armor?
his whole,
It's just
whatever his mystic armor is.
Oh, he has
What?
none now?
Wait, no. It's I think it says after damage inflicted, the target's mystic armor is reduced by 2 until the end of the round.
Yeah.
Yeah, after damage is inflicted.
After.
So she does
Okay.
18 damage, which is subtracted by his mystic armor 2. Then his mystic armor goes away for the rest of the round. So any other additional mystical
That's
armor.
what that means?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it says. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the damage that she did, I subtract the Mystic Armor
Yeah, so she,
from that.
yeah.
But then the Mystic Armor is down 2 because you hit.
Correct.
afterwards,
Okay.
after damage.
I see. Okay.
So it's like his armor reduces damage.
Can you attack
So-
that guy that's between us?
Yes.
He
I was like,
becomes enraged.
what?
Oh, good.
So, he's like screaming or something. I don't know. He's
I'm
very
enraged too. I was going in this
Angry
dude's
boy.
pockets, but behind me the guy lurches up. I'm like, oh! Immediately to the spear
Yeah, I
type.
mean, maybe he just wanted to sleep, y'all. You didn't even ask him.
Yeah.
He did grab at us first. He didn't ask consent either.
You're right. Alright. It is now Tamon's turn.
We were
Tamon.
playing in like
Oh.
the crypts with Skyrim and
Alright.
random ones.
Uh,
You
So
can
I'm
see which ones
gonna-
they are, though, so you just like shoot them.
I'm gonna turn around and go this way and attack this guy on the ground.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack him with my claws. 6. For 4. That probably misses. Yeah, misses.
That's against his Mystic Defense?
Physical defense.
Okay, yeah, that does not hit.
I figured.
They didn't hit.
Alright. It is this buck's turn.
Oh boy. Oh no.
Alright,
We'll miss you, Frill.
he's going to take his whole turn. No, actually, fuck it. This dude's wild. He's gonna try and get up with rolling a dex check.
Yeah.
Takes 2
6.
strain.
Alright.
Takes
Has
2
to be
strain,
more than-
dies.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll have 2 hit points.
Alright. What happens if he fails?
He fails.
He
his
Does
like
he
dex.
not get up?
falls back on his ass, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a
He
simple
probably-
action,
He
so.
probably still takes the strain from trying.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But he can try again later. Probably.
Probably.
Well, if it's simple.
If he fails, he may still use his standard action to get up.
Yeah.
Alright, so he's gonna be like, "Ugh," and then fall, and then get fully up. And that'll be his turn. Okay. So, now it's Missa's turn.
Sweet. There's a guy right in front of Missa.
There is a dude right there.
And,
He's on his stomach.
yep. How tall's the ceiling in this room?
This guy fucks.
He's on a bed.
I don't know, he's on his stomach. Alright, it's... I don't know.
The connection. Okay.
He's like... Never mind. Okay. The ceilings, I'll say, are like... Probably like...
10 feet.
Like... Well, who's the tallest person in the party? Like 7 feet? Yeah, it's like 10 feet.
Closer to 7. Does anybody know off the top of their head if I can fly and still do most of my stuff at the same
Yeah.
time? I should be able to, right?
Yeah, you just can only.
I can only fly for a certain
For
length
so
of
long.
time.
Mhm.
Okay, well, in that case, I'm gonna fly to the ceiling first. Here, wait.
Oh my goodness.
Boy.
There you go.
Beautiful.
Easy.
Oh, if only they could see this magic right now.
And now I will draw my sword and scrape it along the cavern wall and throw some earth darts at this asshole. And I get an 11 to hit. That's against his physical defense.
Physical? Okay, that hits.
Okay. So in that case, we'll do. Whoop, get another one. Minus D8. There it is. Okay. It does
15.
It 15 again, or wait a minute. Might have made a mistake. It might have been against his. It is. It's against his mystic.
That's what. That works too.
Works too?
That's what I thought it was.
Okay.
So I checked that too.
Good. In that case, it does 15 physical damage. And after it does that damage, it damages his physical armor for 2. Good. Nice.
It's like a magic dart from Earth.
Yeah.
I've got a spirit dart.
Right.
And now I'm just chilling at the ceiling. He can probably reach me if he stands up. But probably not if he's prone.
It looks like we're all like kicking the shit out of him with his like face down.
I mean,
It's just that scene from Office Space.
Yeah, it's that. Yeah.
That's what you get
This
for
is
being a
zombie or a
zombie.
printer.
He's got the baseball bat.
Anyway, that's the end of my turn.
Not because this has any correlation, but what happens when you're wounded? It doesn't because he can't get wounded. I'm just asking.
When a character gets wounded, they get a -1 to all of their tests.
Okay.
For every wound they take.
Alright. Cool.
Is that a -1 step? Yes, -1 step.
That's a lot.
It's mechanically the same as -1 after that, because it's -1 step or -1 to your average.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh,
But if you're
I
like
see.
rolling high, then it's like.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on whether you do step or. I see.
Yeah.
Alright.
The math works out the same other way.
Okay, so that was 15 damage against his
Physical.
physical armor, and then it subtracted 2. Alright. Yes. Sweet. Bless you.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Ugh, sorry about that.
Okay, it is now Frill's turn.
What about Triscan?
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Triscan.
What was
Triscan,
yours?
1.
Oh,
That's why. Alright, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and yeet my sword into this person right there with my
Okay.
melee weapon skill. So
Are you actually throwing it, or are you just sticking it in him?
I'm just swinging it at
I
him.
gotcha. Alright.
So, yeah,
Stab.
5.
To hit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You were a failure to your friends and your party. Alright.
He's an elf.
That's true. These elves, man. Alright, now it is Frill's turn. Oh my god.
Is that your character voice?
Yeah.
It is when he's scared and attacking.
Alright.
Miss.
I rolled a 6.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Alright. This boy's turn. Right here.
I'm fine.
Oh wait, was it you who rolled one?
For initiative, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he will stand up with one action. And he is enraged. So he is coming at all y'all with those claws. Alright. Let's see.
Wait,
Give
did
it claw.
he did it as a simple action? Standing up?
Standard.
Standard action.
Standard action.
So he's enraged, so
But-
he gets more standard actions.
Thanks, that's what I needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
That's not fair.
We
So
should put this guy down.
maybe
Downer. More
more
down?
down.
I'm only like 10 feet up, he could probably reach me.
Alright. Let's do this.
Who's going after first?
What?
Who's going after first?
You,
Okay.
then you, and then he's gonna try and reach you.
Nice.
Damn, we got that many actions.
You do. He coming at all y'all asses. Alright. Is that really what it is? Oh, okay, I was looking at the wrong thing. I'll get used to this eventually. Wait. I have to roll 2 die, that's so lame. Nah, it's cool. Alright. Does 7 hit?
No.
Nope. You are safe
Just
from
barely.
his fury. Alright. Now he's coming at yo ass.
Is it
No,
physical
yo
or
ass.
mystical defense?
Physical. He's just clawing you, so it's a good time. 7 hit?
No, he misses.
Damn, these dudes slash me are rolling terribly. Yikes.
I know how it feels.
Oh, that explodes. Alright.
Oh.
That means something else is
Oh,
exploding.
no. Does 14 hit?
Yeah.
Okay. He's coming with those claws.
Scott, how squishy are you?
I've got 8 physical armor at the moment
Oh, okay.
because of my poofy shirt.
That's right, yeah, I forgot about that.
How much health do you have?
I have hide armor, which is 5 plus 3. What was your question?
How much health?
Aww.
I took 1 strain earlier, but death is at 29. But I'm unconscious at 23.
He does 6 damage to your physical armor and then, I guess, to you.
Well, it gets blocked by my physical armor, which is
Okay. Does that then decrease your physical armor, or no?
Unless
just
it
gets
says
blocked?
something.
Yeah, unless there's some sort of effect.
That's so rough. That makes it hard to hit people.
Yeah. You would have hit me if I didn't have my poofy armor.
Yeah.
You just like create a little gas leak in my
Okay. So let me get it right. If your
like right on my ass, and it's like
if his
right in front of
physical
him.
armor was 2 and I did 6, then he would take 4 damage.
Correct.
And then he would still have his physical armor unless it said it would decrease it.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Then you are safe for now from his rage. Wow, he did shit nothing. Alright.
My pants.
It is now Jack and All's turn.
Wait, did we skip something?
No.
No,
Nope.
we got it.
We've got all there.
Okay. Sorry. Track. I'm gonna do Spirit Grip this time. So that's my spell casting against his mystic defense.
Spirit grip.
Yeah, I did that instead of another one.
Okay.
One day we'll be so proficient in this new fighting system.
Right
We'll just
now,
be going.
that
a 6
explodes.
and a 1.
What?
That's a D8.
Yeah, so that's a
7.
7.
Against his mystic,
Mystic defense.
it does not hit.
Alright. That's all I can do, right?
Yeah. Unless you have multiple actions. I don't know how that works.
None of us yet, I guess.
Okay.
Certainly on circle 1.
Yeah, alright.
This human's turn.
Oh. Alright. Alright, I guess I'm gonna try to attack him again.
It's alright, they're doing no damage at all. Because I suck at rolling.
6. That probably misses.
Against physical.
Physical, yeah.
Yeah, it misses. Alright. It is this
Scary
fuck's
dude's turn.
Alright. He is going to attempt to attack Triskin in front of him. You hold that sword to him, he's spooked. Alright. He's going to also attempt to hit you with his claws. Oh, are you serious? Okay, I'm just gonna start.
Rolling 2 dice. Feel like how many explodes and I remember
14.
which one is which.
14. Okay, I am going to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, can someone explain? So I have 9 physical defense and
Correct.
So that
5 physical armor and then 1 physical shield. So is
So
that
he would hit you with an extra success. but I
Yeah.
don't think he has anything that
because it's 5 extra.
Yeah.
wait?
No,
Even
he's
though-
at 10
but
defense.
I
Oh,
have
is it 10?
Yeah, because it's 9 base plus 1 for the shield.
Oh.
Does the shield
9,
add on to
and then
defense?
I also
Yeah,
have-
shield has
Yeah.
defense.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I have
Okay, so it's not a.
Not
it's
an
just
extra
one success.
Yeah.
So if it was an extra success, does he have an extra attack roll? How does that? Or does that have to be a specific something defined?
I think I'm actually going to use my avoid blow ability.
Okay.
So, the adept avoids injury by dodging or parrying blows directed against him. So,
Or you do take a
attack
turn to attempt to
avoid blow test against the opponent's attack test result. So
Okay.
2d8.
That's
12.
not. Those are not eights.
Yeah, those are those.
Ignoring that. 8. Okay, so that fits.
How much extra strain is
So
Just avoid blows, just one strain.
it? Just one strain?
Yeah.
Seems like it'd almost always be worth it to try to avoid blow.
Yeah.
Unless you know you can't make it.
Yeah. Right. I guess that's fair.
so he's gonna hit.
Yeah.
Cool. How tall do you have?
A bunch.
Alright, well, he
Not-
does
not that
14
much.
damage.
There's 14
Wow.
damage.
Against your
And that's reduced by your
physical armor, yeah. So if you have physical armor.
9
Okay.
damage.
Yeah,
That's
so
a wound.
yeah,
Yeah,
what's
what's
your
your
wound?
Ouch.
Ouchie.
And then also 9 damage.
Maybe.
What does karma do again?
You can spend karma on any talent to add an d6 to that roll.
Well, I don't have any talents that do damage, so
Correct.
that doesn't help.
It's not useful for you, no.
No, it is not.
Alright. It is Visef's turn.
I will dramatically, but safely, fly to the ground, slamming my sword right below me. Not actually on the guy, because I'm not doing a sword attack on him. I'm just gonna try to kick up some more dirt
Okay.
on my landing to do another earth dart.
Alright.
Alright. Yeah, 10
Alright.
to hit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
12
Damage?
damage.
Alright.
Physical damage. He should have reduced
It was to the end of the round.
physical armor.
It's alright.
Oh wait, I thought it lasted like at least for like 2 turns.
I think if you read more spells, you can make it last longer. Or move threads into it.
That's fine.
He has 0 physical armor, so it doesn't matter anyway.
Well, so the duration is 2 rounds.
Oh, okay.
That just to
Oh,
start.
okay.
To start.
Nice.
And then every time you add 2 more rounds.
So if he has negative physical armor, does that do anything?
No.
Okay, I figured it didn't, but I should ask. Alright, what was it?
12 damage. 12 physical damage.
Alright. That is all?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm just standing there, all awesome.
All awesome. Yeet. Alright, let's try Skin's turn. Try Skin.
Trisket.
Tristan.
Tristan.
Perfect.
So I'm going to, I don't know, attack him again. 9 to hit.
That will hit.
A nice cube.
Against physical or mystic?
Physical. Yeah. How does damage work?
You roll the damage step on your weapon. Is it down at the bottom of your sheet?
Yeah, it says 11.
Yeah, that's,
Are you
no,
going
that's,
against
that's
this
probably
thing?
about right.
Yeah.
D10 plus D8, yeah.
So 10
Oh,
explodes.
that 10 explodes, so.
Yeah, fuck him up. Eat
22?
damage
Yeah.
Yeah,
against his physical armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
He's enraged now.
Yeah, he's an angry boyo.
Oh no.
Also, he's knocked down.
Oh.
I think the other times they were already down when they were enraged or like hit, but this guy is now knocked down.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's really
Yep.
Did something.
Technically, they can make a strength check against the number of damage they
I
took.
hate when you
But
like
I don't
hit
think
small
you can make
ball
it
and it's
22.
like,
Oh,
okay,
no.
like, well, I guess that's it.
Take that! Take that!
Fuck him up.
Character's having like a
No,
nervous
8.
breakdown.
8.
To hit physical or
Yeah, physical.
Okay, got it.
Yep.
To imagine flailing wildly.
Yeah, I'm just flailing wildly, not actually doing anything effective.
Oh, should I have taken wound from my longsword step?
Yes.
Yes.
You should have. Well, you should have subtracted it from your attack roll.
I did subtract it
Okay.
from my attack
Yeah.
roll. But
Yeah, I don't
like,
think
my
you can
longsword
damage.
damage. Okay, cool.
I don't think
Yeah.
you take
Yeah, I mean,
damage.
Forrest, your character was very disturbed and like puking and stuff, so I guess it's kind of
My
makes
character,
sense.
my
Yeah.
character has no combat ability at all.
Oh.
You're in the right place.
Came to the right group.
Well, I can laugh if people are being intimidated or afraid. That's it.
Oh, that's right. You do have the heartening
I
laugh.
have the heartening laugh, and that's it.
Doesn't that give us bonuses to attack?
No,
Okay.
it gives you social defense against effects based on fear or intimidation and willpower tests.
Okay.
Okay. It is now that dude's turn, and he is hurting. And also angry. So he's gonna once again attempt in the same order his attack.
Okay.
Attack boyos. Alright. Alright. That is 11 to hit.
That hits me.
Alright. Two damage.
Oh, that blinks off my armor.
Alright.
I like your face. You're like,
Roll 2 ones, y'all.
That happens.
It was a sad time.
it'd be like that sometimes.
It'd be like that. It'd be. Alright. Let's attempt on you, Dragon Hall. Four. Does not hit, I assume. Oh, no. Nope. Alright. And then on Misstep, also a 4. Does not hit. He has one more action left. He's gonna go at you again.
Bring it on.
He seems
Shoot himself
he's
in the
very
head out of
just like
shame.
he's very not encouraged at this point.
Yeah.
Perhaps he needs a heartening laugh.
Maybe he does. Alright. 11 to hit.
That hits.
Hits? Okay.
Doors.
And the third circle is where elementals start getting cool spells.
Everyone starts getting cool at third circle.
Okay, good.
6 damage.
That hurts me. I take 1 damage.
Oh my gosh. Alright, he tried. He feels a little better after getting that 1 damage.
Nice.
Alright. And that will be the end of that boyo's turn. It's Jackal's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna attempt that spirit trip again.
Getting used to the system is so weird because I keep feeling like they're gonna roll really high, but I feel like there's so many things to get past with your guys' defenses that even if I do roll high, it's like still I'm not gonna like end you all.
That's a 10 against
hit?
his
Yeah.
mystic defense.
Mhm.
Sweet. Alright, and then that's 6 damage, and I reduce his mystic armor by another 2, I guess.
Okay. Didn't it run out since the last time?
Yeah. Oh, okay, so it can just continue to
Alright, what was the damage?
6 damage.
Okay. And that was on that one?
That guy, yeah.
The hurting guy.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yep. He's hurt. And now is Juwan's turn.
Alright. I'm tired of not hitting this guy, so I'm just going to harm a point. And into my unarmed, and I'm going to attack him. I'm going to just do something in this fight.
Yeah.
Oh wow. I think I still missed because I rolled a 1 and a 2 and a 4, so that's a 7.
That does miss. I'm sorry.
Each
Hey.
weapon has a.
It happens.
It happens. Sometimes you don't roll higher than a 7.
So, and then.
All right.
So,
This boy is gonna get up.
It's just the
Using
switch.
one of his actions. Oh my goodness, I can't get him. Alright. Oof. Yikes.
Or step.
And he's gonna attempt 2 attacks on
I don't know.
Tyson and 1 on
that
Carlos.
was.
Let's see how this goes.
Did you activate your wits?
And then
That is
it's the vanilla strength.
6 to hit.
6 to hit, does not hit.
So
He's gonna
it's
attempt
just
again. 18 to hit.
18 to hit.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that hits with a
Extra
Extra
success.
success. So wait, you can spend karma on just weapon attacks?
No.
Or is that a specific thing? Unarmed?
I can't because I have the unarmed combat talent.
Ah.
Yeah, mine exploded on an 8 and then got a 7. and then had more.
I think I might use a void blow
With a
on
karma.
that, with a karma.
Do we start with our max karma?
Yeah.
Yeah, you start with your max karma.
Okay. So
19.
19. Yes.
Oh, okay. So
Okay. So as he swings his claws at me, I thrust my parrying dagger up into his wrist and knock it away.
Okay.
Nice.
So that is just no damage to you.
No damage.
Other than strain from the void blow.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, thank you.
And then it's
Oh.
gonna use its last action to attempt to attack Krill.
Oh no.
Eat. Eat my ass.
Oh boy.
14?
That hits
No.
with 2 success.
Oh, wait, what?
Oh,
Damn.
I just looked it up. Each additional success gives a +2 to his damage steps.
Oh.
2 step?
Step.
Yes.
Oh no.
Yoinks.
Oh boy.
So wait, your physical defense is
So I get plus
Yeah.
4?
Yeah.
no.
No.
Oh,
It's
plus-
plus 2.
plus-
Your
plus-
step is 2 more than what it would be normally. So
Okay,
if you
but,
were...
but didn't you say I had 2 additional successes?
No, so
or
you
did I
have,
just
you have
two?
two total successes.
Okay,
I might die.
I don't think he'll die.
God, that would be such a iconic
It'll
to
be fine.
die in the first stream.
Just come back with a new character in the next session.
I'll be fine.
We can incorporate it
Yeah.
and buy a new minifigure.
Okay.
Oh, that's true.
I'm sure.
I
Well,
will.
we have 2 weeks.
You
I'm
made
sure
a
our-
good investment.
Yeah, I'm sure our alchemists will make some potions.
Yeah.
How much health did you have until you died?
I get knocked unconscious at 21.
Oh, okay. Well, you're fine. That is 14 damage.
Okay, so I take 10 damage and a wound.
And-
So,
Ouchie, boys.
Is it 5 more than your wound threshold?
no.
Okay, then you don't get knocked down.
Woo!
Wait, does the knockdown have to be the wound and then knockdown?
It's wound and then knocked down.
So you like add the knockdown onto the wound.
You get knocked down. I mean,
So if like wound is 5 and knockdown is like 6, then would it you have to get like 11 to be knocked down?
I don't know. I think it's just 5 more than your wound threshold. You have to make a knockdown test.
I should look more into that because
It's okay. I've got the combat
Okay,
section up here,
cool.
so I can reference it quickly.
sweet. Alright. It is now Missak's turn.
I think I might should invest in a void blow.
Alright. I pull my sword out from the ground
Alright.
and I try to impale this guy.
Okay.
And I say something like, "Take one of these," and I try to stick it in him. And if I succeed, I'm gonna leave it in him.
Okay.
That's my goal.
Yep.
9.
That hits.
Cool. That means I'm gonna do.
You can steal his
I
dice.
keep
No.
accepting mine keep
Honestly.
exploding too. It's really bad.
That's
Yeah, at least you're doing it in person so you can see very
no.
clearly. So he's cheating.
No, I think it's just. I mean, steps. This is my windling sword. I pretty thick.
I have no idea.
What are you trying to do?
I'm
I
trying
think
to
that might be
remember,
step
trying to
4.
remember the damage.
What's your strength step?
My strength step is 4.
The windling sword should be at 2 or a 3 at 8. So is your step there? Does it say 6? Stupid weapon.
There's an ST,
strength.
That's the strength. That's a 3. But that's the strength required to yield it, right?
Yes.
So the attack was a step 6. And the damage, it says 4 and then I have 7 written next to it. I don't remember. I think, is it like 4 plus 3?
Yes. So the Wheeling Sword probably does step 3 damage, and then plus your 4 strength is in total step 7. for your
Step
damage.
7. Very good. Alright, thank you. Alright, that means I get to roll a d12.
Extra damage plus 2 extra success.
Oh, dang. Well, I
Yeah,
rolled a
someone
2
put that in the chat.
on the d12.
Thanks.
That's fine, as long as I can successfully leave the sword inside of me.
Alright, wait, how much damage?
2.
I mean, is there anything... I mean, sure, you can leave the sword in him.
Great,
Why
that's what I
not?
want.
Alright. So you do 2 damage.
Yep, that's the end of my turn.
He's hurting, y'all. He's not into this battle anymore. He ain't feeling it.
Alright, just so that those of you following along at home, what my character said before he stabbed the guy was take one of these, and then he stabbed him.
Yep.
Now you'll get the punchline in the next round, okay?
I hope he doesn't die before the next round.
Even if he does, it'll
Still
it'll
say it.
still work.
Judging by
Alright.
how I've been attacking, I think he's just fine.
Alright. It
All these
is
really, really delayed jokes.
Triscan's turn. Triscan. That's how you say it.
Okay, yeah.
Also, like, 11 minutes left in the stream. Well, if we want to end exactly at 11. But, of course, 11-ish.
Move faster, zombies.
So
Die faster.
I'm
Yeah,
going
honestly.
to attack 3 seeds.
What?
Attack.
Yikes!
And I rolled
He
a
could either
3.
protect
You're rolling like I am.
attack.
I rolled a 3 for each one of the seeds in my attack and shout.
Yup.
So-
It is Frills.
If I move, do I get attacked by this guy automatically?
No.
Are there
Pass
not
out.
some
Awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna swing it back at him.
Alright.
11.
There you
That
go.
is.
Hey!
Yay.
I get to roll damage.
Yeet.
Hit him!
You're done with your vomiting session. Now you can
Yeah.
actually get in the game.
6.
Against physical?
Yeah.
Alright. The guy with the sword remaining in his chest begins to fall.
Okay, that's fine.
I did it!
How do you want to do it? Do you want to explain the finishing blow?
I'm just like, I got hurt by this guy real bad and I was having no luck. So I go to where all my friends are. And I'm just like, "Yay!" And like my eyes are closed and I just do a blind swing and it
Good
just
thing you
happens
didn't
to
hit
hit,
anyone else.
like lobs off his head.
I really
Yeah,
love
his head just kind of slides off.
I like open my eyes. I'm like surprised I hit. I'm just like, helping!
Yay!
Yay!
Also, rip this up. And the punchline.
No, wait. There's still. Are they both dead?
No.
No,
No,
We still
no.
got one more.
Wait,
Alright.
is this one dead?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's dead.
Can I-
He dead.
Yeah, his head is
He's
gone.
dead or dead.
He's the deadest of dead. Alright. Then that means he no longer has a turn. And there's now Jackanall's turn.
Oh, sweet. Alright, I'm gonna try Spirit Grip again. Six
Spirit
inch
Grip's
six
range
inch
touch.
to it.
What?
Spirit Grip is range touch.
Yeah.
So you gotta move.
I would have to move first. I mean, it doesn't matter because I'm not gonna hit anyway. 1, 2.
If you move first, I'll let you roll.
Okay, 3,
We're running out of
4,
time.
5.
And now you
Thank
just had a little miss
Thank
up.
you.
You're like, oh shit. Wait,
That's very
never mind.
kind. Oh yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's double 6.
Explode.
Right, it explodes.
One of them explodes.
Just
Okay.
a D6.
I mean, it'll
D6
hit,
explode.
but you
Yeah.
might have an extra success.
It's 3.
15.
17.
Alright. That's
So
against
both
his,
of them don't explode when they get to me.
that's against his physical defense.
Well, one of them's an 8.
So that
Oh,
does have one extra success. That.
Alright, so your damage is
Oh.
plus 2 steps.
Oh, sweet. So that would normally be D10 plus D8. Hell yeah.
Nice.
The attack
Wreck
is
him.
expensive.
Get wrecked.
Please.
That's a 9 and a 7.
16.
So 16.
So you also, it doesn't matter, but I'm just gonna say it for knowledge's sake.
Uh-huh.
But because he is enraged and you have 1 extra success, you do have the ability to use that success to direct him towards a specific target. But since, I mean, there's no other target besides your party members, it doesn't really matter.
Ouch.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what this is saying, so.
Yeah, interesting.
Maneuver or provoke, so yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, how much damage did you do?
16.
Alright,
How's he looking?
he is hurting.
Well, he started off dead, so.
He's a but now he's like,
But is he deader now?
He's deader now.
Deader.
he's not the deadest, but he's definitely deader now.
Nice.
So, alright. It is Talon's turn.
Alright. I'm gonna run over there and attack these guys. Alright.
Merciful DM, wow.
Alright, let's see if I can. Oh, 8. Oh, and this explodes. 10.
That hits.
Yay! I hit for the first time in this combat.
Woo!
Congratulations.
We knew you could do it.
Just to see, make him better faster, I'm gonna put a karma into this and roll for damage.
Can you roll karma on damage?
Those two explode.
Yeah, no. If
Those are
you
good
have
rolls.
a damage talent,
Okay.
you can. Yeah,
Holy
so that's
shit.
16 plus 3, that's 19, and then
Plus-
both these things
Oh my
explode.
gosh.
19 plus another
Holy fuck.
13.
29, 32.
32 damage.
Holy fuck.
How do
I
you
was
wanna
saving it
do
up.
that?
I was saving it up, guys.
They kind of like
So,
story
I
of
was-
power.
I was.
You were charging that spirit ball this whole
So,
time?
I just been like slashing at this other guy and missing so much. I just get
The
frustrated,
anger.
turn around, rush across the room, and just put my
Stab him.
claw through his chest
Ah.
and pull out his no longer beating heart.
Oh my god. His never beating heart, but now it's not in his body anymore. And then he kind of like, he does that like funny thing that happens sometimes where they like fall to their knees and then he like just falls face down on the ground. like a Mortal Kombat-esque death. Alright, after you rip their heart out.
Alright, Yusuf is gonna walk over to the dead body
Oh my god.
and grab his sword, cast flame weapon, and then as it's engulfs in flame while it's still in this guy's body, he pulls it out and says, "And call me in the morning."
Oh my god.
Oh,
Alright.
by the way, I don't have flame weapon as a standard matrix, so we have to do this spell bullshit.
Wait,
Did you
brought
really
past
open
it.
yourself up to
Did you-
possession for the
Yeah.
sole purpose of making that joke?
so,
Okay.
that,
Wild card, bitches.
the astral smell thing that you picked up on
Oh,
means
no.
that we are in an area of slight corruption. So that means that it's even better to cast your spells without weaving a matrix first. So let's see. That we have to do the raw magic tests, right, or whatever.
Right.
Raw magic.
Oh
This
boy.
happened
Oh,
last
okay.
time.
So like
Yes.
tainted is better than corrupt, right? Like corrupt is like fully gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, then this area is tainted. It's not like fully corrupted.
Ah.
But it is circle plus 10, by the way. So, all right. So you'll have to walk me through how to do this again because I don't remember from last time.
Yeah.
The circle of the spell being cast
So
is the warping step, the damage step, and then the horror mark step.
yeah. So go do them in kind of in order.
Okay.
So the first step is warping or mark.
Okay. So what's your circle of the spell being cast?
Elemental.
Is it
Circle.
like one?
Circle 1.
Circle 1.
Okay. Yikes. Why would you do this?
It's too tempting not to.
Alright. So what happens this is gonna take a while to figure out, and we're like at the end. So when I roll, is that like, what does the warping step do? It's not damage, right?
Yeah. So the
Gotta complicate things. Perfect, though. This is exactly how I want to play this game.
Good. We're gonna leave it on a fantastic cliffhanger.
Oh,
People are gonna be begging for us to play
Alright.
sooner.
yeah.
So, warping, yeah. So, when a mage casts using raw magic, you make a warping test against the mage's natural mystic defense. So that happens first.
All right, 10.
My mystic defense is 9.
Oh no.
Okay. So then,
Are
now,
you warped somewhere?
no, that just means now you roll damage against him.
Oh.
So you roll circle plus 12 damage against him.
Jesus Christ.
Yikes.
Wait, circle damage was 10, so it's an 11?
No,
Plus 12.
Circle plus 12, so she rolls 13 against you.
Oh, okay.
And this just does damage to you?
Mm-hmm.
All right. It does 14 damage.
My mystic
Wait, did I do that wrong?
Armor.
Yeah, no, it's 14.
my mystic armor is 4, so I take 10.
10? 10 damage.
Is any of that from equipment? Because the equipment doesn't have any effect.
I don't know.
It doesn't say shield, so.
I'm gonna
it
roll
says-
the horror mark now, right?
I think
Yeah.
my mystic defense is not from any armor.
Your mystic armor.
My mystic armor.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think that's from
So,
because my hide only does. Oh wait. It does 1. My armor adds 1 to my mystic armor, so 3. I reduce it by 3 then.
How much damage did you take?
14. So I take 11.
Does that give you a wound?
Yes.
God damn it. And now we see if he's marked by a horror, right?
Mhm.
Alright, so what does it have to pass to be marked by a horror? His mystic defense?
Yeah, against his mystic defense.
Alright.
My mystic defense? Yeah.
What is it?
It's 9.
Alright, it doesn't work.
So you've not been marked.
It's
otherwise.
not marked.
Nice. What was that? What was that?
Goodness.
What was the step of that roll?
Circle plus 5.
Yeah.
Plus 5. Okay.
Mhm.
So much easier.
You are safe from the horror mark at the moment.
For now.
But pull this shit again.
So
Yes.
like I pulled my sword out and accidentally set myself on fire. I guess.
I guess, yeah. The like slight taint in the area makes your spell go a little more wild than you
What?
expected.
More
Might
wild.
be lit on fire slightly. All right. So the being that we saw wandering in and out of astral space with your sight is not to be seen yet.
Okay.
But it is the time to end the stream. So do we want to pick up there for the next turn?
Sounds like a good
point.
place.
All right. Does anyone want to say anything? I don't know. Thank you for tuning into our stream and watching.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you guys
we'll be
so
back in 2
much.
weeks.
I
Yeah,
hope
we'll
we
be
were
2 weeks.
entertaining.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. We'll be
That's
back
the
in
goal.
2 weeks. We're not streaming next week, but we'll be back in
Because we're
2
doing
weeks. So
crafts.
please tune in again. Thank you.
Wave goodbye,
Bye.
everyone.